Hello and welcome to Northstars Live. I'm your host, Ellie Marie Watts.
Hi, and I'm Gavin Thurston.
We're at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium today for the last home game of the season against Adelaide Adrenaline. Today's game is huge, both on and off the ice. The result of today's game is critical. If the Northstars lose, their finals hopes are dashed. So today's game is a must-win. This is the fourth game in the series with Adelaide. Northstars lead the series 2-1 after a shootout loss to Adelaide and 2 outright wins. So, yeah, Gav, knowing this, what are we in for tonight?
Yeah, as you said, it's a must-win for the Northstars if they want to keep their season alive. We're off to Perth next weekend for a double-header. So, we're still in with a spot, which is very surprising after 3 losses. So, we need to win tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll dive into that a little bit later, but first, the off-ice action. There's lots happening off the ice today. The Northstars are raising money for the Aussie Farmers Drought Appeal. The 50-50 raffle that we normally have is replaced. It's still a 50-50, but a signed jersey, a Sunday jersey, the red one, is up for grabs. That's signed by all the Northstars, and money will go to the Aussie Farmers Drought Appeal, hence why we're dressed in checkers today. Farmer finest. We'll also have Jess from Newcastle Fire and Flow on the ice before the game to do a fire twirling show, just for something a bit different. That's going to be exciting. I know the couple of the players are a bit interested by it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I think a bit of a spectacle,
Yeah. And we're also wrapping up the toy drive. The toy drive is something the Northstars have been doing since 2010. We ask people each season throughout August to donate toys, which go to the Starlight Foundation and children at the John Hunter Hospital Children's Hospital. I caught up with Northstars captain Bert Malloy, coach Joe Terrio, and alternate captain Matt Wattini, who really do take part. Each year they deliver toys to the children at the hospital. I caught up with them this week to talk about the toy drive, and let's run that interview. Why do you enjoy being part of the toy drive?
I believe the toy drive is very important, especially keeping it with the community, community outreach. But it's very important, especially for us. Bert and myself, we both have children, Matt as a child. So it's very, very important that we give back to the community and help them out and bring a smile to the kids' faces and not their best of days.
You go up to the hospital to deliver the toys. What's that experience like?
It's probably one of the best feelings ever, like those kids are going through some pretty hard times, and for us to take some time out of our day to put a smile on their face is really rewarding. You do actually get to interact with children who are in the hospital. You actually give them toys and you do play with them. Does it really feel quite uplifting to see those toys already in action?
Yeah, for sure. Starlight, they do a great job in there. It's a fun place to be, even as old as we are, with video games and whatever. So it's a cool way to kind of connect with them too. And you see them light up. We come in with bags and bags of toys, and kind of catch them off guard a bit. So it's pretty cool.
How does it make you feel to see so many toys donated each year?
Joe?
It's great. Chris Belanger started this campaign in 2010. I myself have been, myself and I think Timmy are the only two Northstars that we've made the trek every single year. And every year it gets better and better. Last year we had an unfortunate incident that we weren't able to go from room to room, but we just dropped the toys off. But it's amazing. We ask everybody, people come in, they buy tickets, and we offer them a game to watch, and for them to dip in their own pocket and drop toys off, and it could be a one-off game that they show up to, and even still working at the rink, you get people to drop toys off throughout the day. And it's very important that they understand, and we understand, and everybody else understands what the final goal is. And like I said, like Matt said, to put a smile on a child's face, it's amazing.
So we've got our final game coming up for the season against Adelaide Adrenaline on Saturday. What would you just say is one last chance to donate toys for the Starlight Foundation?
Well, I think it's we got not only the game, but we got we bring the toys in on Tuesday. So not only if you can't make it to the game, feel free. We'll accept it with open arms any day of the week. Pop into the rink and just drop it off and just say that it's for the toy drive. So we'd be more than happy to take it.
Beautiful. Thanks, guys. So yeah, that was just a bit of a chat on the toy drive, and why the guys like to be part of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty special to to actually see that you do make a difference.
Yeah,
in
for
someone's
those poor
life.
kids that are in hospital, and it puts a smile on their face. So
absolutely.
it's great. It gives the boys a good feeling, and
absolutely. And each year we're inundated by toys. It's so fantastic.
Well, like they said, it's the community that puts those in, and the boys are the ones that are lucky enough to take it up there. So it's really a thanks to everybody that brings the toys along.
And thank you to anyone who's who has been to a game or has just dropped in any toys. It's been wonderful again this season, and thank you to anyone who has donated, and we hope you got your Smile Maker badge. If you didn't, hit us up and we'll make sure you get one.
Absolutely.
Well, look, before we do dive into today's game, I had a bit of a chat with Dane Davis earlier this week, and we had a chat about this season and him hitting 100 AIHL games, and let's just run that run that interview. Why do you enjoy... Oh, sorry guys, I think that we had a bit of a tech difficulty, but we'll try and run that one a bit later if we can. But look, let's just dive straight into today's game. So like we've mentioned, it's a huge game, but we did play last night on Friday night in Sydney against the Sydney Bears. It was a loss, a huge one in the end there, 9-3. Look, we're in it. We're definitely in it. It was locked 3-3 for 2 periods. After the first period, no goals in the second. And just a bit of a blowout in that third.
Yeah, well, we were leading 3-1 in the first period, or in the big start of the first period. So and then 8 unanswered goals. So I think a lot of the players will feel a bit flat from that. But no better game to play tonight against Adrenaline to try and get some confidence back out to take that to Perth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
with that win, the Bears locked in their final spot in second position. It's their first time in 8 years that they're going to finals. That is massive for them. You can't be... look, it was a massive loss for the Northstars, and as a Northstars fan, I can't be salty at that. That is amazing for the Bears.
Well... you got to feel for their fans. It's been a long time between drinks.
Long time coming.
So they won it in 2008. So 2010 was the last time they were in the finals. And, good on them. Good on the Bears. It's hard for us as North Star supporters to like that. But as you said, it gives you a good feeling to see a team like that work their way back up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, good luck to them in the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we have got that video now with Dane Davis, so let's run that. Hi everyone, Ellie Marie Watts here for the Newcastle Northstars. I'm joined by Northstars goaltender Dane Davis. How you doing, Dane?
Good, thank you.
That is excellent. You played your 100th AIHL game on Sunday. Does it feel like 100 games you've played, or does just time fly when you're having fun?
No, I feel more like 100 years old than 100 games played, but no, it's gone by quick actually. It's amazing how quick it goes. Yeah.
You first played for the Sydney Bears back in 09, I believe it was, or 08 or 09.
Yeah, 09. I come out, actually I was with the Rhinos. I come out to play with them, and I was here previous and then hooked up with them, and we won the Wilson Cup that year, and then the team folded. So I got a call about 3/4 of the way through the year, or last quarter maybe, saying their import left and if I wanted to play a few games. So, yeah.
What brought you to Australia?
After school, actually, I got a job up in Mackay, working up there, rebuilding the town after the big floods, and wanted to travel the world and then come out here, spent 08 up in Mackay, and then because I worked in remote construction, they gave me another year free, and then I come down to New South Wales, as all young backpackers do, chasing the dream, and met my girlfriend, now wife, and the rest is history.
Oh, beautiful. So you lifted a Goodall Cup with the Northstars in 2015, 2016, and with the Melbourne Ice in 2017. Do you know you're playing with a championship-winning team? Does it feel different?
Every year's different, 2015 was one of those years that... it was steady. We didn't really do anything too crazy. It was good, but we had a lot of confidence. We knew what we could do. Obviously, we lost Moffat just before the finals, but able to pull together. 2016, I think, was one of the sweetest because it was unpredicted. We come in, I think we were coming in at third place. Melbourne was on fire that year. They were unstoppable all season. I think we lost 3 or 4 games to them that year. And then they lost in the semis, and we were able to take out Canberra 2-1. And then last year was one of those years, fairy tale, that everything just falls into place, and you get every bounce, which very rarely happens in a career. So
you have a really clear memory of how those seasons went. Like, a lot of people would still be like, who was it again that was in the final? Are these very clear in your mind, or are you just recapping all the time?
Oh, very clear. Even emotions, I guess. I don't know if it's a family thing. My brother plays golf for a living, and he can recall every hole. I ask him how the round goes, and he goes, "Oh, on the third hole, I hit it to the right bunker, and then I hit it short." I don't know. When you do it for so long and you're passionate about it, you can relive it, I guess.
And so, this year's Northstars team, do you think they have what it takes to go all the way and lift the cup again?
Well, first things first, we got to get in the playoffs. We're tied for the last spot at the moment, and coming into the last 4 games here, so we got a tough little grind ahead to get there. And it's one of these teams this year that it would be such a bittersweet victory from the ups and downs. We've won games we shouldn't have. We've lost games that we should have won. It's kind of one of those unpredictable sort of things, and we've been a bit inconsistent throughout the year. But once you get, and that's the best part of Australian hockey, you get to the dance, and it's 2 games. It's 2 games, 2 wins, 2 bounces. That's all it takes, and there's always a chance. Once you get there. So
you've been putting out a lot of moves out there, really jazzy ones like windmills. What's happening out there?
I'm all about renewable energy, so. I don't know. It just circumstance is all it is. It's one of those things. I'm such an old man, and actually it's funny. When I was in Adelaide, I come across the net and I made a 2-pat stack. Not that people know what it is, and one of their imports turned to me and says, "I don't even know what you call that." And I think, almost it might be time to retire if that's the case.
No, do not retire. All righty, Dane. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So nice little chat there with Dane. Yeah. Not little. It felt like it went for a while, actually.
He likes to talk. I think Dane likes the sound of his own voice sometimes. So.
Well, Dane sat out in last night's game against the Bears, and it was Charlie Smarty in, but I do believe Dane's in tonight.
Yep. They're looking for some confidence for Dane tonight, I think. Like, if we can get the win, we won't count our chickens before they hatch, but if we can get the win, that'll give Dane some confidence going into next weekend, and that's a big thing for goalies.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of who was in and who was out last night, Sam Lawson sat out last night to give Tommy Lander a place, which was massive.
Yeah, it was good.
He had a big grin on his face. There was a photo up in the Northstars Facebook page. Huge grin. Yeah, Tommy Lander back in after a good 12. I believe it was 12 weeks, so he's been out since June with a concussion, so obviously feeling pretty fit.
Yeah, he's been still training, and I spoke to Joey earlier today, and he said that Tommy was full of energy last night. He was one of the most energetic players in the team last night, although they started getting behind. He still wanted to get back out on the ice and try and get that goal, so that was good. Good to see him back out.
So Lander will be sitting out tonight's game, though. I think, just to give him that bit of a breather. But,
that's right,
but Tommy Lander back. In another in-and-out news, Zane Jones will play his final game today with the North Stars. He's flying out to play with Sweden in Sweden again on Tuesday. So he's going to miss our final games of the season. And if North Stars do get into the finals, he'll miss the finals. But unfortunately, when it comes to the AI season, these things happen.
It clashes a lot with the other, like a lot of the imports sometimes are delayed coming out here depending on whether their team makes the finals or whatever. And then like now where our season's still going into September, that their season's starting. So, he's got to go where he's contracted to. And so we'll miss him, but hopefully he'll have a good game tonight and leave on a high. Yeah, definitely. And so we're also looking tonight at Adelaide Adrenaline goaltender Sebastian Anderson. He's aiming for a record, most shots faced this season. So the record is currently 1,099 shots for one season. Anderson is currently on 1,022, so he needs 77 more shots. Yeah. This isn't their Adelaide's final game. I think they have this one and two more. Yep, 3 games to go. 3 games to go, so highly possible. So absolutely. Well, you average 30 shots a game, so he'll certainly see that record, I'd say. Yeah, definitely. And with only 3 defencemen Adelaide bringing, listed. So maybe they're just dropping those defensemen and giving the shots. No, I'm kidding. But 3 defensemen for Adelaide tonight. That'll be interesting to see. I've played hockey myself with 3 defensemen, and it's hard work. So, and if you've got the North Stars coming at you with 3 lines, it's going to be relentless. So see what happens there. So let's talk standings. As we know, CBR Brave up the top. I don't think we need to even say that anymore. With 60 points behind them, Sydney Bears 48 points. So number 2 and final spot. So there's 2 more. Yep. 2 more final spots. In third, Perth Thunder with 38 points. Melbourne Mustangs have crept up. Yeah, they've taken into 4th spot. Yeah, 4th spot, 36 points. And then we also got Sydney Ice Dogs in 5th, 35 points. North Stars in 6th, also with 35 points. And Melbourne Ice with 29 points. And Adelaide in 8th spot. Yeah. So it's very, very close for that 4th spot. Yeah, absolutely. You look at the games that are coming up that's left for the season. And the Ice Dogs, they play the Brave this weekend, I think, twice this weekend. And the Mustang are they got the Thunder tonight. Tonight. And then next week they got the Bears, and then their last game is against the Dogs. So depending on the way things go, Mustang versus the Dogs on that final game of the season could be that 4th spot. Hopefully we can take our 2 wins in Perth. See what happens there. Yeah. And the whole the whole list could change. Yeah, absolutely. It's really, as we said earlier in the year, every game's critical. Yeah. And like even earlier in the season where we were losing a game in a shootout and or losing a game that we should have won, has now come back to bite us, because those extra 2-3 points that we could have been sitting in 3rd spot, 4th spot. So it goes to show it's the season you got to get your games in early and win those games when you're supposed to win them. Cement your spot sort of early. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's interesting. It makes it very interesting last 2 weeks of the season. So I don't think anyone can predict who is actually going to clinch like those final 2 spots, because it has changed so dramatically. Like Melbourne Mustangs were down sort of down the bottom, and now they crept back up to 4th. So it's really interesting. Yeah, that surprised me when the Mustang came out, and they had a big win. They won 7-0 last night against the Ice. So they'll take some huge confidence out of that game. Yeah, absolutely. And they'll go over and play Perth. If they beat Perth over there, they got a good chance of taking out 3rd spot. Yeah. So good on them. Good on Melbourne. So. Yeah, absolutely. Well, another player I spoke with earlier this week, sort of had chat about the season and where the North Stars are standing, as well as being picked in the Australian team heading over to New Zealand after the finals for the Trans-Tasman Challenge. Pat Nadin. So I had a bit of a chat with him, and let's run that interview. Hi everyone, Ellie Marie Watts here from the Newcastle Northstars, and I'm joined by Pat Nadin. How you doing, Pat?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
That's excellent. You're always so softly spoken. I'm like, speak up, Sonny. Pat, you've had a pretty great season. How are you feeling as we're coming towards the end of it?
Yeah, no, good. It's pretty exciting. It's been a great season. 4 more games to go, and Yeah, no, it's good. No, we've got a long way to go. So.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, not locked into finals yet. How are you feeling as you go into those last 4 games?
Pretty confident. We definitely got the team to do it. And yeah, we just got to step up.
Yeah, definitely. You got really fiery on the ice last weekend against the Sydney Bears. I think that's the fieriest I've ever seen you. Does it rear up every now and then, or what sets you over?
Oh, I think it's just the frustration. Just frustration comes out sometimes, and Yeah.
Beautiful and so eloquent. And so, Pat, you're actually being selected for the Australian team that's going over to New Zealand in September for the Trans-Tasman Challenge. This isn't your first time playing with the Australian team, but it's your first Trans-Tasman, is that right?
No, I went last year as well. So, no, that was awesome. Great experience. One of the best tournaments I think I've been on. It was really great time, yeah. So it's really a huge honour, and, yeah, just can't wait to just prove what I've got and work my way into the big Australian team.
How does selection for Trans-Tasman sort of work? Like, obviously, they know who you are. You have played with the Mighty Roos before. Is it, sort of a pick who's obviously suited for the job and who's available, or how does it work?
No, so it's built around, I don't know, I think it's more to give some of the younger guys a chance to kind of prove what they've got. But we've got the veterans out there like Birdie and Liam and all that to, show the boys what to do, and yeah, no.
What is it you enjoy about playing Trans-Tasman?
It's just a great time, huge honour. You represent your country, and I don't know, it's in Queenstown, it's awesome.
Do you get to go and do a couple of those Queenstown fun things like, bungee jumping and all that?
Yeah, no, I think a few boys went bungee jumping last year, whitewater rafting and all that. But I kind of just hung around, just checked out the town a little bit, and it's
beautiful. Get to do it again this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. Thanks so much, Pat.
Cheers. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, so speak up, Sonny.
Yeah, Sonny. Hey, Sonny.
Oh, dear. That was a little bit patronising. Sorry, Pat. Yeah, he's just so softly.
Pat.
Yeah, so softly spoken. But yeah, that was nice to catch up with him.
Well, as you said, too, you don't very often see Pat get aggressive, and frustration is the big thing that really, shows that he's frustrated with the way things are going.
Yeah,
and
so, definitely.
Yeah, aggressive Paddy.
Aggressive Paddy. So North Stars reporter Mickey Holmes caught up with Joe Terrio, coach of the North Stars, earlier this week, just to have a chat with him about the Adelaide game. And yeah, let's hear that interview.
Yep.
Hi, my name's Mickey Holmes from the Newcastle Northstars, and I'm here with Northstars coach Joe Terrio. So Joe, this weekend we play Adelaide in our final home game. We've had 1 shootout loss and 2 wins against Adelaide. What are you expecting for this weekend?
Yeah, barn burner. So we're going in pretty hot. We're looking for points from here on in for the next four games. So there's not a time to let up off the gas. Doesn't matter what place the team is.
Perfect. And this season you've really taken a step forward in your coaching role. What's been some highlights for you?
Just being able to work with Ray. Ray's got 200 plus years in the game, so he, being able to work with him, work a lot with the guys and stuff, and being able to do what we have to offer and implementing it on the ice. So it's a great role, great position. But I probably couldn't do it without Ray. So
perfect. So you've really enjoyed it with Ray this season. Have there been any other highlights for you?
Just being out there every day on the bench and doing and allowing Gary to trust us with what we can do and our ability and our knowledge and implement it in the game. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much and good luck for this weekend.
Thanks.
And we'll cross now to Peter Lambert in the commentary box. Here with us, Pete.
G'day, Elite.
Hey, how's it going?
Very good.
That's good. So, yeah, we had a brief chat there with Joe Terrio, the coach of the North Stars. Said, today's game's going to be a real barn burner, which is on theme because we've
Yes.
gone for a bit of a farmer look today.
He's doubled up on themes tonight.
He has. But, yeah, what do you think we're in for today?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. The North Stars really need to give it maximum energy tonight. They've got every reason to. They've only got 3 games left. They've got a maximum points available to them of 44, and that may even not be enough, but it also might be enough. 41 might be enough, but it's not going to be an option unless they win tonight, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's going to be huge stakes tonight. I know that Adelaide are down a few players, so there's definitely an opportunity there, and they have a young team. But look, North Stars have faltered in games they should have won before, so there's no free passes.
No, definitely
They've
not.
got some strike weapons there. They've got Kratoska and Joey Rezick and Sebastian Anderson, so it's going to be a challenge this game, and they need to be up for it. We need that North Stars from the first period to play all 3 periods.
Yeah, definitely. That's something, that has been said quite a couple of times this season. The North Stars come out and give it all their intensity for the first period, but kind of back off a bit. And, the last two, especially the second, and that's what kind of undoes them.
I know the Ice had they had that same reputation with the third period earlier this year. And they shook it off by getting better and winning games. So that's all it takes. And it only takes a couple of good games to get back in your groove.
Yeah.
Now's the time. It's going to shake up a bit with Zane Jones leaving, but still we've got Richie Tessari coming back, and with Tommy Lander being available. That's going to help the team a lot as well, gives them some options, and they can still build that chemistry enough to win some important games. And,
yeah, definitely.
At this point, they only need to win, 5, and they get a cup.
Yeah,
in
indeed.
a row. Yeah.
And there's also that flexibility in the lines and the fact that, Bert Malloy, he's moved back to defence and, he can move forward as well. Like, there's really flexibility in the lines as well if needed.
Yeah, we've got a very deep team this year. We've said that all year. It perplexes me why we haven't had more value from that. Of course, having the numbers of the players and executing on the ice are two different things. But we've got all the talent we need. We just need to put it all together, and it's really just a matter of chemistry for me. But yeah, there's a lot smarter people than me got to figure it out. So I'll hand it over to Joey and Ray to figure.
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty, Pete. Well, we'll leave you to it. And yeah, you have a great show tonight in commentary booth.
Sure do. Thanks, Ali.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we'll wrap this up now. I believe our fly twirler is getting on the ice to give us a bit of a pre-game show, which will be exciting to see. But stick around. We will have intermission interviews, and after the game, Gav and I will be back to debrief and run you through what happened. Alrighty. Well, I'm Ellie.
I'm Gavin.
Thanks for watching North Stars Live. We'll be back right after the game.
Here come the Braves, and a save there, and they score! So here's Lassen with a shot, and he scores! And he tries to net walking, and he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first blood! Teresic gets a shot away and scores! 4-4! Lachlan going to the net, shoots, and he scores! And then towards Cox, Cox gets a shot away, and Davis makes the save. No, it's in! It's in! First over the lead!
Live from Hunter Ice Skating Stadium in Newcastle, this is AIHL TV. The regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Owners. Owners are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
Hello and welcome everyone to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium for tonight's AIHL game. The hosts the Newcastle Northstars and the visiting team, the Adelaide Avalanche. Peter Lambert here with Steve Lindsay.
Adrenaline.
Oh, it's only been 10 years, Steve. You think I'd figure it out by now? The Adelaide Adrenaline here tonight.
Look, it's a great occasion. It's fantastic, in fact, because we get another hockey game here in Newcastle. The sad thing is, it's the last one for the season.
It's heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I think what's going to have to happen here tonight is that the North Stars are going to have to come for 3 periods. That's going to be so important.
Very true. Yeah, I chatted with Ellie before that's not been their strong point this year, is consistency throughout the game. Through all 3 periods, and it's not. We've got a very deep team. We've got a fit team. We don't have any rookies this year. We had nobody was available for rookie selection because we've all got even our third, fourth line of guys are experienced guys.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's not a matter of excuses now. It's a matter of execution.
Oh, absolutely. I think there's two things here. One, you're 100% right. The depth has been outstanding. They've been able to run 4 lines for some games. That's terrific. But if you're not scoring goals, it doesn't matter if you've got 20 lines. You've got to score goals. And one of the things the North Stars haven't had this year, and they've missed, is that sniper, that guy that you know is going to score you at least a goal or two every single game. We haven't had that this year. We had a lot of guys that look really good on the ice and set up really nice plays, make opportunity, but we haven't got anyone to finish the opportunity. That's been the biggest problem.
Connor McLaughlin was the best example of that in the last couple of years. That was what he did. He just shot goals.
Absolutely. Luke Moffat, Colin Nicholson. I mean, we've had some fantastic players here that know how to score goals. And look, it's not like no one's trying. Everyone's doing their very, very best. Of course. But it's just that goal scorer that has been missing. I suppose also we haven't been strong in our D zone this year. I mean, second highest number of goals scored against in the league. The Adelaide Adrenaline are the only team that has had more goals scored against them. So that's another part of the game that needs to be fixing as well too.
Yeah, that's right. Our power play is one of the least best in the league.
There's another one.
It's one of the worst ones. So there's a lot to work on. There's plenty of. We've got plenty of good things to say about the North Stars too. But at the moment, I guess the feeling that they've had this great opportunity has slipped past them. So we'll see if they can do better tonight, and we'll see what the Adelaide Adrenaline's got for us.
Well, every game has pressure, every single game. But to put the pressure on yourself that you have to almost win the next 3 to get into the finals is pretty special in all seriousness.
Yeah, it's what they're trying to avoid. So we'll switch over to the ice right now, where we've got a guest fire twirler on tonight, so we don't want to talk over that. We'll let you enjoy that.
Enjoy that.
And we'll be back for the call in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. Spectacular, Jess out there on the ice.
That was absolutely phenomenal. I haven't seen anything like that before. Certainly not in an ice rink, that's for sure.
No, it's another first for the AIHL. I'm hoping she's wearing leather clothing, not synthetic.
I think she was okay. I think she knew what she was doing somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be definitely wearing natural fibres if I was out there. So we'll see if we get some fire and ice on the ice tonight.
Look, we need the North Stars to score. I mean, we were talking before, there's 5 guys so far this year who haven't got their first goal yet, so I'm sure they're going to be wanting to do that in front of their hometown fans and try and get at least one up. So we've got guys that can score. We really do have guys that can score. We just got to put it in the net. The fact that the Adelaide Adrenaline are using Joseph Resick, their best scorer, as a defenseman means that they haven't decided that they're going to get enough goals, I think. So we're going to be interesting to see how they actually play the game.
Yeah,
because
they've had Apperson go home, at least one,
Yeah.
maybe another will go home. They do have Alex Kratochka, who's also been a phenomenal scorer for them.
Yep.
And Sebastian Anderson's been magnificent in net. They've won games before. They probably had no business winning, but he was just absolutely outstanding, and they've had some upset wins just from his efforts.
But Resick is such a great scorer. I mean, he's won the skill competition in the AIHL several times for his accuracy in his shooting, so he knows where the net is and he knows how to bury it and put it away. He's such a talented player too in regards to being able to know where the play is, very clever on the ice. His hockey IQ is fantastic. So if he is playing, and certainly he was playing defence in the warm-up, if he is playing defence tonight, they're going to miss that. They really are.
Sure will, yep. Well, let's see what they do. They'll get underway pretty quickly right now. They've got the players on the ice. So we've had that quick interlude before we start. But we'll be underway here in a moment.
Sorry, guys.
Looks like Rick West is wearing the stripes tonight. Daniel Bora, I can see, doing lines. And Nick Eyre is the other one. And so we've got another all-Hunter region referee lineup, their second time this year.
Oh, I love watching Nick Eyre out on the ice. He's so demonstrative with his calls and all that. He really obviously is enjoying himself. And
he loves it, so does Daniel, yeah.
That's great. That's fantastic. That's what we want, enthusiastic people.
No, he does it with a massive smile on his face, so it's great to see him enjoying it. So he's actually the brother of Saxon Eyre.
Correct.
I thought it might have been the case, and he confirmed that was true for me last week. So Saxon played a number of years in the Bears.
Correct. And of course their dad, Craig Eyre, has been involved around the Bears for a long, long time, and the East Coast Super League as well too. So it's a long, long family line.
We'll be quiet right now. We've got the national anthem coming up. Some of your proteges out there on the ice, Steve, some of the guys you've had in the Aussie youth team?
Yeah, it's terrific to see the guys coming through and being so valuable to their teams as they are. Like one of my favourites has been Steve Best playing for Adelaide. I mean, he's such a great sniper, such a great kid. He's represented at inline for Australia. He's really been around a long time now. And again, great kid. Zach Boyle, another one. I mean, it took a long time for Zach to decide whether he wants to be a defenseman or a forward. Looks like he's settled into playing defense now and really is doing a wonderful job. He's been selected for the Australian team to go over and play New Zealand at the end of the season as a defenseman. That's a great honour to him to be able to do that, so to be selected for that. So yeah, it's terrific. But also on the North Stars as well, there's quite a few.
There's quite a few, yes. Well, there's a couple of young players that I'm following the careers of I enjoy very much, and that's Ryan Foll, Glenn's son Ryan. So Glenn was a long-time veteran of the Australian team and the Avalanche, and then he even played a season with us when we won in 2005.
Correct, it was fantastic.
And the other one is Jake Riley, who I first saw him a few years ago. I think it was at a free tournament here in Newcastle, and I was amazed by his skill at that time.
Yep.
He was one of the smallest kids in the ice, and he was just amazing. So he's playing tonight, number 16, so I'm really looking forward to seeing him play. I haven't seen him play for a few years, except for a little bit of streaming coverage. So hi to all those listening in, watching from South Australia, across Australia and overseas. We've got 15 minutes on the clock. We've got Rick West with the puck. We're about to get this game underway.
Let's go.
Face-off, and best there winning that face-off goes back to Stringer. Has returned to Adelaide from a few years in Melbourne. It goes down in Newcastle's end, and they're breaking it out of their zone. Up they come up the ice through the middle with a burst of speed. Carrying the puck is Hacharik, and he's got Stringer on him. Banger comes through to help out. Blue jerseys win the puck and fired towards Hacharik, who goes out the other side. Knocked away past Jones, and it's backhanded out there by Tyler Leeming. Newcastle have possession. They'll take it into the Adelaide zone again. Jones waits up. He can't get it through Stringer, and it goes to Joseph Rezic playing some defence tonight. Down ice it goes, and Rob Hazelhurst will pick up the puck as we reach the end of this first minute here at Hunro Skating Stadium. No score so far.
Yeah, I like
long pass, and it's gone straight to the stick. Has trouble bringing in a little bit, does Jones, but Adelaide recover it, and skating it forward now is Kratoska. Definitely the scoring danger for the North Stars to watch out for. Newcastle steal the puck from him, into the zone they go with some speed. Backhander, short-handed stuff attempt there by Lawson. Couldn't finish it there from Reve's good work. Reve will get it back. He gets it through one man. Still got the puck. Backhander, but an easy stop there by Anderson. He had no speed left at that point and no power on the backhand.
Whoops.
Reve comes together with Hazelhurst. You're not supposed to hit your own team. And Adelaide have some numbers coming in the zone. Quick shot on net. It's off some gear and up over the net. Picked up there, and Newcastle get it out of their zone. I've got the left wing, switch to the right wing off the boards. And I think that's Zach Boyle there.
Yes, it is, number 6.
Gets the puck away from him, but Reve gets it back. Tries a backhand pass. No, it's gone off a skate and into the half boards. Into the slot area for Watini, but he can't gather it in as he was a little off balance, and that's out of the zone, and a bit of relief here for Adelaide. But so far, North Stars with a majority possession, they're still not looking that organised with another change of lines tonight.
Yeah, I like Reve's playing forward tonight and really getting involved, obviously, in that very, very first shift. And also, Jones is playing on the line with Charik and Banger. He's the man who can shoot the puck, so they just got to get it to him.
Yeah, some energy as we got the Aussies on. And straight away southward, and been wearing it out there throwing bodies and skating hard. It's Pat Nadin now skating onto that puck. He'll get it into the Adelaide zone, but not with any control, and it's bouncing out, and now that's carried out by Tomlinson. Into the corner, Newcastle will get the puck. There's a battle for it, and some bodies go flying. Up the left wing go the North Stars. Head and Shear will dump it in. Gets it past Anderson. No, he gathers it in and gets it past Nadin, or Nadin gets a touch on it, slow it down. They keep it in the attacking zone to the North Stars. Battle for the puck down low. Zach Boyle gets involved there with Waring. Nadin chips it around the boards. Holland stops it up. Nadin will backhand it to keep it alive, but there's no one down deep. And he'll get it back. Off a skate, and it's gone straight to Andrew Stapleton. And he can't get it through the middle. And that's an offside there after some... Well, it was a bit fortunate offside, that one.
I was going to say, it's time to take a breath, Peter. It was like, gee whiz, that was end-to-end action. and not getting many whistle stops in this. But obviously the North Stars have decided to throw Rove forward and bring back Bert Malloy to play defence. He's partnering up with Lindsay back there. As I said, I like the fact that Jones is on this line, so we might see some offence from this. And then, of course, as you said, they've got the kids, if you like, or the young Aussies on that third line, who's going to bring a lot of energy. So the balance looks good.
Face-off was won by Newcastle, but it was thrown back in on Dane Davis, who's covered up for a stoppage of play. We've got 11 and 10 left in this first period. No score so far, Steve.
Well, as I said, it's been very exciting. Back and forth, back and forth. The North Stars, you're right, Pete, haven't looked totally organised, but they certainly looked a little bit better than Adelaide. So there's a potential here for some goals.
Yeah, the Adrenaline having trouble getting out of their zone. They've got an opportunity now. They're in Newcastle's end. Chance in front, and had some sticks going up, but it's not gone in.
Again, I love that. That was Ryan Foley, just threw the puck at the net. And poof, anything can happen. They've probably been reading it. There's been a few rebounds that have come off Davis in the last few games, so they're probably just going to throw everything at the net and see what happens.
Face off to the right of Davis. Adelaide with an opportunity again. Rezic, long shot, and glove down by Davis.
And this is the kind of stuff that Davis loves. Just keep shooting at my glove all night long, boys. That's no problem at all, you know. Quite happy to get a face-off. It's not an issue.
He likes the feel of it.
Yeah. And that's how goalies get better as well early in the game. Lots of action, so you settle into the game quickly. There's nothing worse than standing around for 6 minutes before you get a shot. So Davis has been tested a couple of times already.
Face off to his right again. And Adrenaline have won this. Rezic will keep it in the North Star zone, and they are first to the puck in the corner. That's Lemming gets to it first. It's reversed. Newcastle have some numbers there. Can't chip it past Rezic though. Watch out, that man can stick handle. It's loose in front, but Newcastle have the numbers on the puck, and they get it into neutral ice.
Again,
Reve through traffic. No problem stick handling around a bunch of people. Hacharik's turn now, but he can't get it past Foal. Hacharik inside. Loose in front. Watini scores. Picks up the scraps.
Holy moly, Matt Watini. He was one of those guys we were talking about who hasn't scored so far this season. And bingo, he gets his first one in the last home game. How good is that?
That was a blue-collar goal, Steve. It's what North Stars have not done enough of this season.
Well, shot was at the net, rebound was there, open net, bang, easy goal. So send players to the net, you send pucks to the net, you send players to the net, things like that are going to happen. So just so happy for Matt. It's just so wonderful to get that goal.
Yeah, he's one of our leaders and one of our reliable players. Always there, always part of the team, always maximum effort, and he's done well to get one away there, being the right spots. Quickly though, Adelaide are on the counter, and they've been offside there, so we're going to stop a play. It's 10-20 left in the first. 1-0 now, the lead for the North Stars.
Well, that's what the Adelaide Adrenaline need. They need Zach Boyle to be moving the puck, and he did that really, really well, got his feet going. Unfortunately, they weren't ready for him at the blue line, but if he's going to get involved, then they're going to create some havoc.
Face off one by Newcastle to the right wing. Hazelhurst, long pass, gets it to Jones. He's looking inside. His pass doesn't get past Rezic. He's got the puck back though. He's got Nadin at the net. Circles around, and the pass goes right past the defenseman with Paddy Ward, and so he'll have to go back. That's Waring has gone back to get it. Hazelhurst will carry it, and with that traditional speed of his, into the zone he goes. He should take a shot because he's pretty good at it. Lusso stolen, and we've got the Adrenaline going back the other way. Carrying the puck is Kratoska into the corner. Gathered again by Kratoska. He's got the bounce come right back to him. Quick shot and a save by Davis. 9:38 left in the first.
Davis followed that all the way and was nice and square to the shots. He did a really great job to take that. But again, opposing team has had a guy high in the slot able to one-time the puck. And that's something that really needs to be shut down. It creates too many opportunities. Again, Davis was there. He was able to take that rebound really well. It was a great save. But we've got to stop that from happening.
Face off and Adelaide win that, and that's why Newcastle got it. They've pushed it forward, and they're going to win the foot race. Fetches first to the puck is Jones. Carries the puck into the slot. Shot by Sheard. He's another one without a goal. He nearly got one there. Banger picks it up to the blue line. Kept in. Quick snapshot and stopped by Anderson with a stopper play. 9:19 left in the period.
All right, and Sheard's got a wonderful smile on his face. He really thought that was going. And Dave Ferrari had a crack as well too. He's another one that needs a goal.
Yes,
tonight.
he's one of those guys. Yes. Well, they should have opportunity. They have the lines to run, and they don't have any lines you would consider to be a liability. All of the lines.
Absolutely not.
are very much in the game and capable of playing this league. It's a long putt for Dane Davis to stop, and he'll just swing around his goal for his teammates to pick up. It's loose and gathered by Adrenaline. Taking it wide is Lemmy. Into the corner he goes. Nice move to protect the park. He's got some skills. Pass now to the right wing for the North Stars. Jones doesn't quite have the fancy skills of Hacharik, who has the puck now. Hacharik has lost the puck though, and Best fires it off the boards. Kept in at the blue line by Malloy somehow. He does, and it's gone to Jones. Going past Jones. He's in short side. Saved by Anderson. Leaving. Pass goes under the stick of Foal and picked up by the North Stars.
Wow. Great skill by Boyle. Knocked that out of the air.
Yeah. Hand-to-white coordination is fantastic. Into the zone they go. Driving towards the net is Jones. Hasn't taken the change. We've got a mixed line out there right now. Chipped out by Adrenaline. I think Jones is going to change now. Yeah, he does. Reveille's out there. And on comes Martini, the goal scorer from a little while ago. North Stars will take the right wing. Long pass goes under the stick and instead goes to Stringer. Right wing. Dumped in there by Stapleton. Matt Lindsay will pick up the puck. And it's going to his Reveille. He can't chip it past the player, and it's kept in the zone by Thompson.
Really, as you know, Peter, don't like those cross-ice passes, but when you're passing cross-ice to Nick Reveille, it's probably okay.
Or by Nick Reveille? Or to Nick Reveille?
No, to Nick Reveille. Yeah. You want to give him the puck. He's the man that's going to create stuff.
Yeah, he's creative and he's got those great skills. Shot on net and a shot on the body. We're going to hit on the blue line. And everyone's okay. There's no penalties. It was just a nice little bump.
Yeah, young Benson will say, where did he come from? Because Rob Malloy just not so much lined him up, but he was in the right position to take the hit.
He's patrolling that blue line. That's his job.
Absolutely. So young Benson will learn something from that pretty early.
Don't have to worry just about tripping on the blue line. Sometimes you've got to worry about Bert and his size. Back and forth we go. No one can really hold on to the puck at the moment. North Stars with it right now on their own end. They'll try again with a breakout. Hazelhurst goes up the middle. Gets it onto the stick of Hamish Powell, but he had too... Oh, he slid. He's lost the blown a tire and he's gone into the net, so we're going to stop a play. And smile on Powell's face as he feels a bit silly over that one.
I think it's always frustrating too when you come out for your first shift, sort of 9 minutes into the game, and blow a tyre right in front of the net. It's not what he wanted to do. Tim Stanger's out there for a shift as well too.
These are guys that grew up just minutes from the rink here in Lake Macquarie area. Holland gets rid of the puck and he dodges a check from Shane Southwood, the jester. Skating onto it now is Boyle, and he's going to get around Hazelhurst. It's going to be the North Stars who get that puck. And breakout is forming. Newcastle going up the right wing, and that. No, I thought it was going to be waved off, but it has been called.
No, Shane Southwood didn't quite win the foot race there. Holland was just a bit too fast, so icing's called. We could go down the other end of the ice. But I do like what the North Stars are trying to do on that breakout pier. There's been a couple of stretches now where they're throwing it right to the far blue line. The only issue with that is you've got to make sure that the guy at the far blue line's got speed, not standing still.
Back underway as we count down to 6 minutes remaining in this first period. 1-0 lead for the North Stars. A long pass hits Holland, doesn't hit the North Stars player, and so Adelaide with an opportunity to get it into the North Stars zone, and they do. They'll dump it in and chase. North Stars now breaking out. They're good at up ice. Jones can't hold on it, and he's going to skate it back out and in. Now through traffic, and he does a nice move. Backhander saved by Anderson. And that's out of the zone for Sheard to skate onto as we count down to 5.5 minutes. 1-0 the lead for the North Stars. Jones calling for it. He gets across. He has to get on side first. And Charik, Jones, And bang, all in close, but it's been turned around by Resic. He takes a long shot, and it's knocked down by Davis with 5:12 left in the first.
How good was the skill there of Zane Jones? 1-on-4, and still managed to get through them and be able to get a shot away on net. I mean, the guy's a strong player on the ice, and he just used his size and speed to be able to do that. But it'd be worrying signs for the Adrenaline coach to say, how does that guy do that? Thank you. We need to shut that down.
Yeah, well, he has a younger team and a smaller team compared to the guy the size of Jones. So that will be something that Jones can use for his advantage in this game. Long pass, and it's onto the stick, and into the zone they go. Acharik drops it off. Reve takes a shot. That was Jones with the shot, sorry. Jones talking to the referee over something.
Yeah, he got a high stick in the face.
Okay, that's a good reason. Backhander save. Backhander scores! Too many rebounds. Semi-banger puts it back.
Too many North Stars in front of the net. It was both of them whacking away. Someone was going to score in the end. But nice little setup by Lindsay to keep the puck inside the zone, fit it at the side of the net, bring it to the middle, and then score. It was a really well-crafted play. It was excellent stuff.
4:47 left in this first period. It's now a 2-0 lead for the North Stars. They need to keep this intensity up. They have seen it plenty of times in the first period.
Oh, yeah.
And look at those quick hands of Semi-banger.
Here we go.
Adelaide with a face-off, but skating onto it quickly is Reve, so Newcastle with possession. Tries the short side. Is it a goal?
No, I think it'll be waved off.
It's been waved off.
Yep.
So we've got, is it Matt Watini's gone into the goal?
Yeah.
I think it's gone off him or Anderson and in, but it's been waved off as the net was dislodged. Anderson's fine, Watini's fine. We'll be back underway here, and they're taking it out of the zone.
Yeah, well, let's see that the referees decided that Matt Watini actually took the net off unassisted, so therefore it comes outside the zone.
Face off, scrambled. We don't know who's won it yet. Newcastle get it eventually, but Adelaide pushing it forward. They'll dump it in, and chasing it is Matt Schoss, pardon me.
Well, again, trying to find that stretch break out of the zone there. Reve looking up ice for Watini and Lawson, who were both gone. So it's been working because it's been stretching the Adelaide team. So there's been more gaps in the middle of the ice. So the North Stars have been able to get out of the zone a bit quicker than normal.
Face off, won by North Stars, but goes all the way back to the ramp for Paddy Ward to pick up. And he's got Reggie Machos right on his 6. Matt Watini's got some traffic, so I'll hand it out to Ward. It's gone to Hazelhurst, and he's under pressure from the forecheck of Benson. Newcastle, long pass across ice, but picked up plenty. Quick shot on net, and a save by Anderson. Watini there with a nice touch. Zach Boyle will pick it up, and he doesn't quite get it to Benson. It was picked off there by Hazelhurst.
Lovely play there. Nice pass from Lawson to get the puck there. Unfortunately for Matt Watini, he couldn't get his second tonight.
Lawson now can't get the pass through the traffic, and it's going to dribble out of the Adelaide zone, skated onto by Harley Anderson. Shot on net, and the puck is off a leg and picked up there by the glove of Davis.
So far the North Stars have looked fairly structured, trying to get out of their zone and get down into through the neutral zone, into Adelaide's zone. So it looks really, really good. Adelaide's allowing that to happen. They're probably not playing as structured as they would like at this stage. So if this keeps going, Peter, I think we're going to see a few goals tonight.
Quick shot on net. It's off a body, so it doesn't make it through to Davis. It's in the corner. Thrown back in by Stringer. And right now the North Stars have it behind their goal. Scanning out with some speed, although they have to get around each other first. And let's have another go. Sheard gets it in. Pass inside to Southwood by Nadin, but it's going to be the Adrenaline who are going to scan it out. Some chat now with the Adrenaline. They need to, because at the moment they're not sure who's going to be where. Jake Riley is taken out by 2 guys. Only one guy to check in. And so he gives one back.
Gives it back.
Well done, Boyle. Good pass to Resic. He'll fire it in. And it's gone off Sheard, and he's going to knock it down and skate it forward himself. Gloves it down, gets it out of his skates. He's deep now. Can't get it past Boyle. Off the boards, kept in at the blue line by Southwood. Battle now for the puck behind the net. Jones will win it. He's got Nadin in front of the net. He's screening. Saved by Anderson with the pads. I don't know if you could even see it, but he saved it.
And puts the net back on as well, too.
I was going forward, so they always put it back on when it's out of the zone. Skating on it there is Leeming. Tries to get it inside there for Benson heading to the net, but couldn't hit the tape. Northstars into neutral ice.
Muller did a great job taking away his time and space. That was excellent.
Jones can't get the pass to Harcharik. Well, it is kept in the zone there. Malloy hands it off to Banga. Watch out, he's got the skills. Loose and grabbed by Anderson, who's got great skills too.
Yeah, Adelaide's sort of going to the stage now where they're not really structured at all, trying to get the puck out of their own zone, and anything will help get it out. Flick it, flop it, flap it, doesn't matter, just get it out. Unfortunately, that's going to mean that there's going to be a lot more pressure on them because the North Stars will collect it in the neutral zone and come straight back in again. So they just need to settle down. There's only a minute 30 to go. If they can go in the dressing room 2-0 down, they'll think that that's relatively good.
To the blue line. Newcastle fire towards net, and Anderson with the save.
Oh,
Jones
what
with a
skill.
slick backhand and try and hit Banga, but he couldn't get enough angle on it. Look good. Chance in front. Saved by Anderson.
Gee, Anderson looks good with so much pressure around him. He still sits nice, square to the puck. He's got his eyes on it, knows when to put his hand down and get a face-off. I really do like him as a goaltender.
Well, he's certainly had a lot of practice this season. He's
had a lot of practice.
He's got a record amount of shots on goal. And I think he's a type of goalie that likes that. There's plenty of goalies that love to be really busy and have that sort of physical challenge and mental challenge. As you said, Steve, often goalies will hate the most is not getting any work.
Correct.
Newcastle need to get back on side. Harcharik now crosses the blue line, and they come. Driving to there's Jones, who couldn't get around Stapleton, and he's going to backhand it out of the zone. We've got a foot race on, and another Harry Potter is Tumbleson. He's got the Harry Potter one there, like we used to accuse Hamish Powell of doing. Off the stick it goes, and first to it is Holland, but he can't get past Banga. In close, Jones scores!
Lovely goal.
What a pass, and no thinking, just get on the stick. Got to that, and Jones finished it.
As I said earlier, Peter, and why I like this line is because you've got a shooter on there, Zane Jones, and that's all he's doing. He's going to the net, he's shooting the puck, the backhand, the forehand, doesn't matter. He knows where the net is. He knows that if he puts it in, that's a goal. Yeah. So that's what I like. This line's good. There's been a little bit too much, what can you say, touchy-feely sort of about the line, but now with the shooter there, that's starting to produce. So it's wonderful, just wonderful.
Well, his nickname Shooter. That's from the Happy Gilmore movie, though. Different reason.
Slightly
but he is
different.
a shooter. He has realised that his job in Australia is changing from being a body checker, a physical player, to being a power forward and a shooter.
Yes.
He's got those skills. He just doesn't get to use them maybe in Canada where he's in a different role. But here, they need him to shoot and score.
Absolutely. North Stars will miss him in Perth. There's no doubt about that.
Yes, they will. See how they do. Knocked down there by Reve, and we've got a bit of a breakaway with Riley, and
back up at the net.
I couldn't see where it went. I think it's out of play, so we'll have a face-off.
Yep.
It looks like it's going to be to the left of Davis, with 17 seconds remaining in the first. 3-0 is the lead for the North Stars. Face-off won by Adelaide.
Oh, it's a goal.
Shot and scores. It was off a stick and up and over the shoulder of Davis. So they'll get a goal before they come in to the sheds with 14 seconds remaining.
Corey Stringer. He didn't do anything flash, Peter. He just threw the puck at the net. And the Adrenaline were able to get their stick on it and put it over Davis's shoulder, I think.
I couldn't see who got the touch on it, but it was a nice deflection. And it just ramped it right up off the stick, and he had no chance to Davis.
I keep teaching in defence all the time. Don't worry about the shot, just get it at the net.
Down to 9 seconds. I think we're going to get another opportunity here for any scoring. Davis should snuff this out as he sends it around the boards. And yes, that should do the game. The horn goes off, and Alex Kutoska will need to leave that behind him as we go to the sheds after 15 minutes, Steve. We've got a 3-1 lead for the North Stars over the Adelaide Adrenaline.
Well, as I said just before we finished up there, the Adelaide would probably be happy if they went to the sheds only down 2-0. simply because of the dominance that the North Stars have had in the Adelaide zone, and they sort of lost a bit of their structure where they're just trying to do anything to get it out. When the North Stars scored the third, I could see heads dropping. Then they scored. All right, it's back to 2-0 again, if you like. So they're still in the game. They're just going to have to find that structure so they're working together. At the moment, they're not. There's a lot of one out. There's a lot of flick it up the ice, hope something happens, all that sort of stuff. And the North Stars are too good. You play that sort of a game, they're going to hurt you. And they have so far.
Well, also we've seen, we've got guys like Reve and Jones who can change a game by inserting themselves. You know, they have those sort of skills to either drive the net or stick hand around people, but that's that'll work to some degree. We've also seen from the North Stars with their secondary lines, they've been able to just go forward hard, and that's how Watini got his goal.
Absolutely.
So and maybe that's also a depth thing where Newcastle are carrying 3 or 4 lines and using them.
Yep. Well, Watini just did what a good forward should do. He went to the net, and all of a sudden the puck bounced on his stick, and he buried it in an open net, basically. So well done to him, and to get his first is fantastic. You know, it's just nothing better to finally break that egg and score a goal. So and he did that. He did it well. So congratulations to him. And you're right. I mean, when you talk about secondary scoring, that was actually a third scoring, if you like. They're on the third line, and they put the puck away. So great way to start the scoring for the North Stars.
Right. We're just finding out shots on goal, so I know some of you are tracking that in Adelaide. The bad news is that Adelaide only had 11 shots on goal.
Yes.
And Newcastle got the other one.
Yeah.
12 or 11.
12.
About even. So we're not quite up to 1,099, but we'll see what happens in the next couple of periods.
Well, the thing is that it's surprising to see that those shots on goal were so close, because really the North Stars dominated a lot. Now, saying that, Adelaide did come into the zone and throw the puck at Dane Davis quite a lot, but from a distance, so there's nothing really to worry him whatsoever, frankly. But the North Stars, on the other end, were putting a lot of pressure at the net.
Yeah, a lot of those were scoring chances.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
he had to do a fantastic job to, frankly, keep the score at 3.
Yes.
So now I can't see this game blowing open at all, because I'm sure Adelaide will regroup and work out what they need to do to negate some of this offense that the North Stars have found tonight. So, and I'm sure they'll do it. They're a class team. And they're class players.
Yeah. Well, just ready to celebrate his first goal of the season is Matt Watini. We're going to cross over to Ellie, and she's got Matt right now, and we'll catch you soon for the second period.
Hi everyone, Ellie Marie Watts here for the Newcastle Northstars. I'm down on the North Stars bench by alternate captain Matt Watini, who's actually the first goal scorer of the game. Matt, how's it feel to get a goal today?
It's been a long time coming, about almost over a year now, so it's good to get the monkey off my back finally and get the boys going. So
You definitely got the ball rolling. We're up, 3-1 now. Run us through it. What's going well for you guys in the first period?
I think we're just capitalising on our chances. You know, we've had a few odd man rushes and we've been able to capitalise, and we need to throw a bit more body around, be a bit more urgent in our zone. We get that down pat, and I think we'll be good for the rest of the game.
Is that the game plan for period 2?
Definitely. We need to get pucks out in deep and go to work down in their zone.
Beautiful. Thanks so much, Matt.
Thank you.
and welcome back, everyone, to Hunray Skating Stadium for this AIHL game. The host, Newcastle Northstars 3. They are leading the Adelaide Adrenaline.
Well done, Peter.
Yes. First time this time. They're leading them 3-1 after the first period. So we had goals from Matt Watini, we had goals from Zane Jones, Semi Banga, and Alex Kratoska. Just before the break, gets one past Davis with a nice deflection off the stick
Nice play. It was a good play, especially a great play from Corey Stringer to throw the puck at the net.
Yeah, it was actually Stringer's goal.
I think 3-1 is a true reflection of the game. The North Stars have certainly looked a little bit more composed and played with a bit more skill in regards to systems, in regards to actually working with each other. Adelaide's been a little bit more one out. They've had a couple of 2-on-1s, haven't quite worked for them at all, but they've looked very one out. So hopefully for them, they're going to reset for this period and realise this is a team game. You've got to play together.
Yeah, that's right. And I guess that's what they're all learning, especially at this pace, at a different level. Here. They're playing AIHL. This is the best league you have in Australia. It's open men's, and a lot of these guys are still teenagers. So I think especially if LA get this new rink and their northern suburbs, with this team that we're seeing already, I think they're going to be a force majeure in a few years.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing better than having the excitement of a new rink. I think it's 2020, I think, from memory, that's what aiming for at the moment. So to actually have that available will be just wonderful for the program there. And they have so many wonderful programs in Adelaide. So and there's been some great players, the McGuinness boys that have come out of Adelaide, of course, as you said before, Ryan Foll and Jake Riley. I mean, these are really good players. Zach Boyle, Steve Best. I mean, we can go on and on and on. Greg Oddie.
Wow.
That's a bit of talent right there.
Phil Thorpe's, we can keep on going. Heaps of guys. Local talent down there that have been cornerstones for this league. Well, Rick West has got the puck. We're underway here for the second period, so it's a 3-1 lead for the North Stars. Boy, they can't get that forward, and it's off the stick of Foll into the bench.
Yeah, just trying to put pressure on the North Stars early. I mean, that's really got to be their game plan. Just put the puck in the North Stars zone and then try and pressure them to make a mistake.
Sharik will take the face off. But instead it is won by Adelaide. I think it was Kratoska. It was Steve Best. Charik now will take it forward. He goes into Adelaide zone. He waits up. Passes across. It's picked up by Lindsay. He's got some space. Takes a shot. And it's out the other side after a save or deflection is made by his defence. Back it goes to Malloy, the captain for the North Stars. Circles about. Goes up the right wing again. It's off Jones' stick and into Adelaide's end. Stopped up by Banga. He lets it pass away. A nice quick pass. No look, it's bouncing around and Jones tries just backhand swipe and can't connect. Banga will hand that off to the point man. Long shot by Lindsay. It's loose, backhand.
Oh, Jones.
Save. And we've got a penalty coming for the Adrenaline.
I think it's a pretty big hooking in front of the net there, so Adelaide will go.
Desperation times there. It was pretty close to being scored on a couple of times with Anderson.
Well, there's some great shots there the North Stars made, but I tell you, that cycle down in the corner with Banger and Jones and Charik was outstanding. That created the opportunity in front of the net that then obviously caused the penalty to happen from the hook. Great. I love cycling like that. It's fantastic. It puts so much pressure on the defensive team.
Well, we saw how good the cycle was from the Brave a couple of weeks ago, and then the Bears too also have that part of the game going really well.
Well, if you can get that going on the offensive side, you're going to create opportunity.
To Reve. Shot on net and gloved by Anderson. And that's another save. He's got a few already this period.
There you go, Zane Jones. Are you going to think about it, Zane? Nope, I'm banging it at the net.
Yeah, everyone needs someone to just chuck it at net for any opportunity. Face off. Lost amongst the skates of the linesman there. Out of the way is Danny Bora. Big shot, loose.
Yeah,
Malloy
nice
scores.
Goal, nice goal.
Rebound off the glass, goes to Malloy, and he gets it past Anderson from Newcastle's fourth goal.
Just wonderful. Malloy didn't have to do anything. He just had to stand in front of the net, make sure he was standing in front of the net, and it just bounced straight onto his stick. A bit like the Matt Watini goal in the very, very first period. He just had to just be there in front of the net, and the puck just followed him. So it was just a wonderful goal.
See, go off the I'm pretty sure went off the glass from Jones' shot.
Yeah,
it did. It went right past Acharik and the defence, but onto Malloy's stick, and an easy one for him in the end.
Oh, again, opportunity created just from shooting. It didn't hit the net, it was wide, but didn't matter. It set the opportunity, so shooting's important.
Hazelhurst sends the puck across to Ward. Newcastle break out up their left wing. Reveille into the zone. In close with another chance on Anderson, another save. And the puck is cleared, and that will be icing called on the Adrenaline with 13:24 left in the second. And we have referee down. Referee down, Rick West. He's okay.
He's all right. He waves to the crowd. I'm okay, mate.
He gets a cheer from the bench.
Yeah, we're sort of getting back to one of the great things, Peter. North Star scored on a power play. I mean, how good is that?
Yeah, that's not been a common occurrence. Their away is 11% is pretty bad.
Wow.
Chance for Riley. Shot! Saved by Davis, and he gets rid of the rebound. Holland will send that backwards, and Ward's going to pick it up. He's got pressure here from Anderson. That's Harley Anderson.
Brilliant speed there by young Jake Riley to be able to get that opportunity. Just unlucky for him that he shot it right in the emblem of Dane Davis.
Zach Boyle has the puck. Can't get it in front of the net. It's all blue jerseys there anyway. Lawson sends it back to Hazelhurst, so North Stars can get organised. Long pass, and the cherry picker's picked off. Chance in close. Reveille shoots and saved by Anderson, and the rebound.
Wow, that is goaltending at its best to save that.
Certainly was. And that was, there weren't really great shots, but they were quick shots, which is what we've been talking about the North Stars doing more of, just taking quick shots. And there was two great saves there. Reveille getting in, just trying to steal the puck away from Boyle. And Adelaide do get it out of the zone though, so Paddy Ward's going to skate back onto that. Communicating with Sheard, calling out orders onto the stick there of Southwood, but he can't get it past the man. Pardon me, it was Reveille, about the same height. Sheard gets it out of the skates of West. Into the zone goes Manwaring, he hands it off. Quick shot on net attempt, and that goes through the other side. Reveille is changing, so he had to avoid the puck there, and Hayden Sheard has it right now. Basically a kid who grew up in this rink.
Yeah, it'll be a penalty here for sure.
Davis stops the puck, and a penalty being called.
Pat Nadin's been called for roughing on Benson. He could have been cross-checking just as easily as well, so unfortunately for Pat, he was right in front of our referee tonight, Rick West, so he had no option really other than to call it.
It wasn't much unfortunate then, it was just a matter of course, huh? You don't do it in front of the ref.
You don't do it in front of the ref.
Well, don't do it at all if you don't want to get called.
Yeah.
Face off. Adelaide win that, they're on the power play. Rizek has the puck, walking the blue line. No one right in front at the moment. Best goes there now. Davis with a save.
Oh, great save, Davis.
Some diving saves here, some good intensity from the North Stars who are desperate to stop these opportunities. And that's over the line there. Rizek couldn't keep it in. And we've got a stop of play.
Again, Joe Resick is the man that Adelaide wants to have the puck on the end of his stick. He'll set it up, he'll make something happen, but also with the accuracy of his shot, he'll put Dane Davis under pressure in the North Stars goal.
Face off. Lindsay will fire it out of the zone. And coming back in is Resick. He'll go cross ice in the zone now into the corner for Ryan Folt. He gets it on net, but Davis turns it aside, and it's nice shot out of the zone off the boards there by Malloy with the billiard shot.
Well, the North Stars skate one there because Stephen Best is a great player to have the puck.
Attempt on net and fished out and backhanded out of the zone by Malloy, who's going for a change.
Yeah, I think Stevie Best will be going for slashing here.
Yeah.
His stick was caught up in Shane Southwood's gear, and he just didn't like the fact that Southwood didn't give him the stick back straight away. But again, right in front of the referee. I mean, geez, you've got to be smarter than that.
Very fast and clear call there from Rick West, and not much argument.
No, well, it's a great opportunity for Adelaide now that's gone begging. So, in fact, they'll end up having to face a power play of their own in a minute and 11 seconds.
4-1 now, the lead for the North Stars. We've got under 11 minutes left in the second period. One Face-off won by North Stars. We're at 4-4 at the moment. Paddy Ward will keep it in the zone. He'll fire it deep. And down low is Hazelhurst.
He is a defenseman, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what his role is.
Right.
His job is to be Rob Hazelhurst.
Well said, Peter. That is his job, no doubt.
There he is again. He's playing defence now. He's got to contend with Boyle.
Whoops.
Oh, he's lost the puck, but he's got it back again. Fired up ice. A nice bit of cherry picking there by Jones, but it's gone past, and a stop of play there by Anderson with 10:19 left in the second.
Well, we've seen that play several times from the North Stars tonight, where deep in their own zone, they've got a guy stretching on the other team's far blue line and throwing the puck to him. And again, if you've got speed, it's a fantastic play. And certainly it worked really, really well then for the North Stars because Anderson had to cover up.
Face off. And Adelaide get it out of their zone. Skating onto it now and into the zone. Leeming, I think it is. Yep. Riley has the puck. Gets around one player. He's only a teenager. He's got such composure. Kept in zone by Rezic. Leeming now. Gets a touch on it, but can't control it. Revea will get it. And he puts it in his skates to get it past the player. Gets it to Lindsay. And they'll go up the right wing. He's out of space though. He just clears it. But it's going to be chipped away there by Stringer. And back to Davis's end it goes. He's out of his net.
So North Stars have the power play now.
We've got about 40 seconds of it. So Revea will go up the left wing. Behind him comes Lawson. Stick handling doesn't pay off. Oh, it's loose. And Anderson comes out to make a save. It's in close. Scores!
Holy moly, what a play by Lawson. That was unbelievable. The
It
puck
all
just
started from a Revea mistake.
Yeah,
It paid
incredible.
off in the end.
But the puck just stuck with him, and he stuck with the puck as well, too, so he could get that final shot away. Well done, Sam Lawson. Well done.
And that will feel good. He's hadn't had a lot lately, so it'll be good to get another one back on the board for him.
Well, it's just wonderful when you score after hard work. I mean, it's lovely to score a snipe goal, all that, but when you work and work and work and then it goes in, you think that was justified. I really deserved that, you know. So good on him.
Yeah, good
well
patience
done.
with the puck there to hold on to it and make Anderson move across, and he got it through the 5-hole in the end. So it's now 5-1 for the North Stars. They've scored 2 this period.
And 2 power play goals, Peter.
Wow, yeah. Had to happen eventually. Matt Rattini chasing the puck down in the Adelaide end, and it's chopped out off the boards by Riley. Picked up by Ward. He'll get it out of his zone. It's off the skate though of Revea, and Adelaide will dump it in, looking for a change. No, Riley is going to forecheck. And Paddy Ward just uses his size and just levers Riley out of the way. Cross ice in front of the net, and another shot just goes wide there. North Stars with some speed and a little bit of confidence building now. They look like they're starting to mean it. Around the boards it goes.
Revea's been taking Rob Hazelhurst lessons. He's tending to skate all over the place.
He sure is.
He's certainly effective.
I like Hazelhurst. I'm not sure if he's playing forward or defence at the moment. I think he's playing forward. He's in there right now into deep in the Adelaide zone. Adrenaline is skating it out. They'll go up their right wing. Into the zone they come. Tries to move inside, does Kotoska, but broken up. Sheed gets to it first ahead of Anderson and chips it out of the zone.
Good defensive play. He played the one-on-one and stayed with him.
Tim Stanger with some nice moves, but not enough to get past the second guy. And a bit of a breakaway here for Adrenaline. Shot on it, just wide there. Was Tombleson.
Good on Joe Hacharik to get a bit of stick on that. So they just put him off on his shot.
Rezic with the puck right now, getting out of his zone. Long pass, and goes past the man, and Davis is out of his net.
Yeah, I think the linesman realised that he's made a small mistake there, and
It's supposed to be icing?
it wasn't supposed to be icing. The goalie came out of the net and just saw it late.
Aha, okay. So we're going to centre ice. So that was what happened last week with that confusion, was that an icing was called by mistake. And
Yeah,
we'll
just
get back to
unlucky.
centre ice.
It's hard when you're watching the play and watching the puck and watching the foot race. You sort of forget sometimes to look at the goalie and see what he's doing.
Player upended there as Tomlinson gets involved. Adelaide now into North Stars zone. Unable to connect pass to pass, and the North Stars using their bigger size to throw down some hits. Andrew Stapleton's got plenty of work there to get past Hacharik. Watch out, Hamish Powell and Tim Stanger out there looking for hits as well. And it's frozen by Davis with 6:59 left in the period.
Stapleton probably made one of the best decisions he's made so far this game. He was going to come around behind the North Star net, and then Hamish Powell was coming from the other side, and he quickly, whoa, I'm not going there, and came back. So it was a very clever play on his behalf.
Yeah.
Because Hamish Powell's eyes were as big as saucers. He sort of did coming.
Yeah. He does love to make it count for his team. It's like a timeout there for Adrenaline. What's the bench?
Discussing some aspects of some of the calls that have been made.
Face off one by Adrenaline. They quickly get a shot on net and a couple more hits down low.
Dane Davis putting a hit on.
Yeah, he definitely could. He could play defence. It's the right build.
Nice play. 3-on-1.
Into the zone goes Manwaring. Looking inside. Can't get the pass through the traffic there.
Unfortunately,
still got control.
Held on to it just a little bit too long.
Yeah, kept it by the zone by Jester. And again, Malloy gets a weak shot away, but it's still in play. Adrenaline now breaking out of their zone. Pass hits a stick and neutralised, but it's going to go into the corner to be picked up by Malloy, and that'll be icing called on the Adrenaline.
Now that one was right. And Davis decided to stay in his net that time so that we would have an icing call. But I also like the way that Steve Best chased that all the way down. They haven't given up, Adelaide. I mean, it might be 5-1 at the moment, but I mean, they want to score and get back into the game. And with the breakaways we've seen them been able to create so far, they could. Only takes a couple of shots and you're back in it.
Jones in the corner. He's got a dogged Boyle covering right now, and it's a lofted shot or off a stick, and it's gloved by Anderson.
Yeah, Jones again just trying to get to the net and try and get a shot away so he can make something happen. He's certainly been very energised tonight, and it's probably the fact that he's got a call up, and unfortunately won't be joining the North Stars next weekend in Perth.
Well, that's the nature of things when you get guys signed by European teams. They start
Absolutely.
their season in September. They want them in August to start up. Hazelhurst will stop their puck. He gets it back to his D partner, Paddy Ward. And now it's Hacharik. Kept in by Hazelhurst. Down low. And close, yes!
Nice goal.
Right off the stick of Sammy Banga. And that's 6-1 now for the North Stars.
Just crafted so well by, again, Zane Jones. And again, Zane Jones is not one of those guys who's going to die thinking. I mean, he got the puck, got rid of it straight away to Banga because he saw him in front of the net, and the goal was scored. So, again, really good chemistry between those guys. Again, I love seeing Jones on this line. They were playing very, very, very well tonight. Mind you, Adelaide's allowed them to play very, very well tonight, but you can only do what you can do. And another great goal. Another really pretty goal.
Well, what we're seeing is we're seeing North Stars players being able to camp out right in front of the net. There's no one around Sammy Banga.
Yep.
And he had no problem with redirecting it on net.
Yeah, well, open net goals are pretty easy.
North Stars all over this Adrenaline net. We've got a brace here so far for Banga. Hazelhurst gets a pass away to Banga, but it's loose and he's lost his footing, and he still manages to get to the park and get it out of the zone. Adrenaline now get it onside. Paddy Ward squeezing the man off the puck. Here's Boyle. Hazelhurst just shuffles the hips across and gets a nice pass up ice. And close and right into the glove of Sebastian Anderson for a stop of play with 5:14 left in the second.
There's no doubt there's a jump in the step of the North Stars now. 6-1 is a wonderful lead, and guys can see that maybe we'll be able to start scoring. So we've got 4 guys that still need to score their first goal for the season. So hopefully they'll be given the puck a lot.
That's an unfortunate play there for the North Stars. They've got Adrenaline streaking up ice. Watch out, it's a great shot on net. Scores!
Benson will be happy with that. What a shot.
Just saw that corner and picked it right out, and he gets one past Davis to make it 6-2. Adrenaline chasing, but of course that's going to feel pretty good.
How good was the speed to be able to rip down through the D did okay. They kept the middle away, but maybe someone should have challenged him, being that it was a 1-on-3. Just force him maybe a little bit wider again.
They let him have the shot, didn't they?
And let him have the shot. I think it caught Davis by surprise a bit, actually, that he was able to hit it as hard as he did.
It's a nice whippy shot. Dave Ferrari has a puck, knocked down there by Kotoska, and Adrenaline do get possession, but Ferrari will glove it down to himself, which you can do in ice hockey rules. You just can't glove it to someone else. And that's off a North Star sticking into the Adrenaline end. Adrenaline get into neutral ice. And we've got a bit of an arm wrestle going on.
Well, as I said, Peter, it only takes a couple of shots to get back into the game.
That is true. Hayden Sheard sends it around the boards, goes past Ferrari, so Revea will need to help him out. And now Watini will help. Quick shot on net and a save by Davis. Watini.
Again, Riley was all over that.
By Sam Lawson. Revea gets around one player, can't get around two.
Great defensive play by Corey Stringer and poke check that puck away from Nick Revea.
Lawson passes it behind him. Revea will get to it, and he's got to contend with a physical Harley Anderson using his size to his advantage. Newcastle come away with the puck. Losing it there, and they're going to have to back check as Adelaide are on the attack. Shot on net and a save by Davis. He's a bit off balance. I don't know if that hurt. And that one's with force off the boards, and down it goes near Sebastian Anderson for a stopper play with 3:32 left in the second. It's a 6-2 lead for the North Stars.
Well, obviously the North Star defense learned something from Benson's goal, because they kept very, very wide there for the shot, so there was no real problem at all. So that's good. It's great when you're learning things.
Face off. Newcastle have it. Sheed to get it through traffic, and he does, although it's gone out to the Adrenaline. They'll fire it back in, keeping Newcastle in their own end at the moment. Revea up the left wing.
That's who you want the puck on.
It's gone instead to Nadin. Pass inside is cut off and being recovered by Lim and Waring. And Waring now behind the net, trying to get someone in front, but there's lots of white jerseys covering the zone. Shot on net by Lindsay, and jumping up is Nadin, but it's turned aside by the stick of Anderson. Adelaide have numbers. 3-on-2, 2-on-1. Shot on net.
Ooh.
And misses the target, does Best.
Stevie Best will be so unhappy with himself, because one of the things he is noted for is ability to snipe the puck in situations like that. So he'll be very disappointed, because again, if you pop that 6-3, all of a sudden it's starting to get a bit more exciting for Adelaide fans. But anyway, hit the crossbar. End of story.
They don't count when you hit the crossbar.
Correct. Makes a nice noise though, Pete. I love the noise. The noise is great.
The Steve Lindsay Ting. Is it true your nickname was Ting?
Yes.
I already knew that. I just had to say it. Nadin up the right wing. Flies it right across ice and has gone to Lehman Waring somehow. Just got past Corey Stringer. Stringer now.
Nice
pass away. Yeah, great work in all that traffic. Benson sends it back to his D-man. I think that's Rezic. And that's fired in deep. And icing is called. 2 minutes and 12 left in the second period. It's a 6-2 lead still for the North Stars.
Yeah, it's really what Adelaide does not need to do, is try and do risky plays. I mean, when they've actually calmed down and set guys flying through the neutral zone, they've really done well and put the North Stars under pressure. That's what they need to be focusing on. This little dumpy, chasey stuff's really not working for them.
It's been a deliberate tactic used for them so far. Is it because they're short on defensemen, or...? I mean, that's what you would do if you were attacking. You'd make the defenseman work harder.
Correct. Exactly right. I think there could be a few reasons why, Pete. I mean, they don't have a lot of defense here. That's to try keeping it simple. The chemistry may be different.
Chance and a save. Wow, what a shot by Hacharik and close. And we've got some numbers here for Adrenaline, but it's gone to Hazelhurst, so he just has to get rid of it cleanly. And he does get it past Tombleson, and North Stars trying to bring it forward. Zones has got some traffic at the blue line. Keeps it in. Hacharik. Oh, what's the moves? Look at that stick handling.
Right around Joe Resick.
Loose in front, but can't get a touch, can't get it away. And Adrenaline will bring it into the North Stars zone. Rob Hazelhurst hits Harley Anderson out of the crowd. Kotoska, centering attempt, bouncing around. Harley Anderson gets it first. Nearly directs it on net, and he had Jake Raleigh there to help him if he could get it to him. Acharik though, backhands it to teammate Vanga. He'll get a second attempt. 1 minute to go. Acharik through the legs. More stick handling. Nice moves in front. Close save by Anderson. Right at the right. It was less than a 1 foot from the goal. 1 foot pass. Chance for Kotoska. Puck is stolen by Jones, and a long pass goes to Reve. Reve's away. He's got some speed. He's going to deke. Shoots. Scores!
Yes. And is he happy with that? Turns to the crowd straight away and gives the old fist pump. Nice moves. Well done, Nick Reve. But how good was the pass up? That was just sensational.
I thought Anderson had him there, but he must have just got it through. He just did a lot of moves on that. So many dekes.
Yes. Well, certainly everyone at the back of the rink there was very excited when he went through, but nice play.
Well, he stopped right up. He stopped right up on Anderson and put the puck in with a bit of a shower, so maybe that was a complaint. There was a snow shower as part of it. As far as I know, it's been called a goal.
No, everyone was pretty happy about that. I'm just waiting to get the right numbers and put it up, so we'll make it a 7-2 game. I like the fact that Adelaide have actually had a couple of opportunities, Peter. It's just unfortunate they've only been a couple. They really need a lot more than that, because the North Stars are playing very, very well at the moment.
Davis unloads that, gets it to Ferrari. Out of the zone, and Davis nearly forced to make another save as the puck is fired in. Sheard bumped off the puck, and it's just out of the zone. Watini, though, can't get it past, and Ferrari need to chip it off the boards. Once again, it goes back in Newcastle's end, so it's just not hitting the tape right now for him. Going forward now, the North Stars. Reve can't get through the man, but he's going to get the puck back. Tries to pass it close, and it's gone out the other side, kept alive by Sheard, but that's the end of the second period, Steve. So we've had 30 minutes of play, and following that end of that second period, we have the Newcastle Northstars with 7 goals now.
Well, that's right. It was 3-1 at the end of the first. It's now 7-2. So North Stars won the first period 3-1 and won the second period 4-1 . So it's not boding real well for Adelaide. No, and certainly Adelaide really are playing a dump, bang the puck in, hope something happens sort of game rather than actually structuring anything, whereas the North Stars are. And some of the plays that they have made to score some of those goals, great chemistry, fantastic passing. But Adelaide have allowed them to do that as well too. So a real credit to the North Stars. I mean, this is the kind of game we'd love to see them play week in, week out. But unfortunately it hasn't been quite that way all season.
Do you think if the North Stars took this game tonight and played the Bears again like they did last night, would it work? Or are the Bears too fast, too structured to do that sort of game against?
The Bears are a wonderful team this year, really a wonderful team. And you can see that doesn't matter what line they're throwing out there, but when you have Adams and Law out there, just on fire. And then you have Anthony Kemble, who's due to be one of the best goalies in Australia. I mean, they've got a lot of chemistry that's working for them. I think certainly if the North Stars were allowed to play like they're playing tonight against the Bears, then obviously they would challenge them a lot more than what they did. But that's the thing, being allowed to play. I mean, sure, you can create stuff, you can create opportunities, you can play your best and all that, but if the other team allows you to do it, then you'll dominate. And certainly that's what's happening tonight. Adelaide, they're not fast enough, not quick enough, not structured enough to stick with the North Stars, and that's why the North Stars have done as well as they have.
So some standout players for you this one, Steve?
Gee whiz, you'd have to say Nick Reve for the North Stars. I mean, he's so smooth. But you could say that almost every game that Nick Reve plays in. Zane Jones, obviously, he knows where the net is. He's been throwing the puck there. He's been making stuff happen. Lovely assist for he gave to Sam Banga. So that was a great goal. So, I mean, he can actually pass as well as shoot. How good's that?
Wow, he's multi-talented.
But he's also tempered his aggressive game as well too. So that's allowed him, obviously, to focus more on that skill set that he has and allow these things to happen tonight. So he's playing really well. I must say, I think the defensive game of the North Stars has been very good tonight. Again, most of the time they've been keeping Adelaide wide, so they're not getting great opportunities. That goal that Benson got was a classic. I mean, he just let it rip, and I don't think Davis was ready for it. It was a beautiful shot, good goal, and he was allowed to get too close to the net. But most of the other times they keep him outside those face-off circles, which is what you want to do.
He was within the circle when he took the shot.
Correct, that's right.
Really where he should be pushed outside of that.
That's right. They're the danger areas that most goaltenders will tell you, I don't want him to shoot from there, and most defenses say, I'm not going to try and let him shoot from there. So everything's set up for that. But just the whole structure, the way they're keeping the Adelaide players away from the front of the net. If there has been a rebound from Davis, they've been on it quickly, or Davis has been on it quickly. So they've really done a fantastic job in regards to that tonight.
All right, well, that's it from us for the second period. We're going to cross over to Ellie right now. She's got Tommy Lander, who just rejoined us again for another game last night in Sydney. And we're going to cross to them right now for an interview. See you in the third period.
Hi everyone, Ellie Marie Watts here for the Newcastle Northstars. I'm down on the Northstars bench, joined by import Thomas Lander. How you doing, Thomas?
Oh, good, thanks.
That's good. So you've been watching the game from the bench. Run us through what's been working for the Northstars. They're up 7-2.
Yeah, obviously it's a hard to play game after yesterday. Hard loss, but it was important that we scored some goals and guys got a little bit more relaxed, and now we took that over.
It seems like, the first couple of goals have really got them on a roll. They seem really energetic out there. Is that right?
Yeah, we tried to play that simple and go to the net, and I think, you can have a look. Guys are a bit more relaxed than yesterday, definitely.
And so, you played yesterday against the Sydney Bears. How did it feel to be back on the ice?
I'm exhausted now, but we tried after a long rest, and I'm trying to be ready for next weekend. So.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
For this AIHL game, the Newcastle Northstars 7, they're leading the Adelaide Adrenaline 2.
And yeah, it's really been a game where the North Stars have dominated pretty much and been allowed to dominate the game, and full credit to them. I mean, it'd be so easy just to pack up and want to go home, but no, they've kept going. They won the first period 3-1, second period 4-1, so challenge on. And they got 20 minutes. Can they win it 5-1?
Well, we'll see what they've got. So it had 2 goals by Adelaide. Alish Kratoska with a redirect. It was mostly Corey Stringer's work, so
Correct.
good work there off a face-off there from Corey Stringer. And in the second period, we have Benson. Got a really nice snipe in the top corner, got it past Davis.
Just loved his enthusiasm to get down the ice as hard as he could, and he drove to the net. And that's probably why the defence at the time just allowed him to come closer so he could get a good shot away, because he drove to the net. And good on him. It was fantastic. It was really, really, really good. It was really good to watch. Of course, it was for Adelaide. It wasn't for the North Stars. But
of course.
That doesn't matter.
No,
it's still great to watch great hockey.
It's what we like to watch.
Correct.
So we just got the insane play of the game on the ice right now, and this week's winner is our captain, Robert Malloy.
Which is great.
Who do you think might have it tonight? I think one of those, maybe. Well, if we had to give one for tonight, I don't know. St. Jones' goal.
You'd have to say so.
Yeah,
You'd have to.
Jones
Jones had a great game. Yeah. But yeah, Peter, it is just thinking about that. It is a bit sad. It's the last period for the season.
That's true.
Yes, the last 20 minutes for the season.
Well, we've got the North Stars in Perth next weekend, and then we'll see what happens after that. They're going to have to win at least one of those games, maybe 2, in order to get themselves into the finals.
Well, I think we can sort of put the 3 points for this away. I mean, I hate saying that early, but I think really the way the game's going at the moment, the North Stars are pretty safe with the 3 points from this. So it really does get down to how many points they can pull out of Perth when they're over there. I would love to think that they could grab 6, which would make them relatively safe, but it's going to be tough. I mean, Perth are a good team, and they're owned by.
They've got Oslansky back as well.
Absolutely.
So he's a great player. All right, we've got the puck at centre ice. We're about to get underway. We've got a 20-minute period coming up here, this final period at this game. So as we said, it's a 7-2 lead for the North Stars over the Adrenaline, and at the face-off dot.
Well, we want to see the puck on Sheard, Lindsay, Ferrari, or Ward's stick. They're the 4 that still need to score.
Best wins that one. He gets it back to Joey Rezek. He gets the pass away, forward to Liming, and he'll fire it in. Malloy will pick it up for the North Stars. Around the boards, and it's off a skate, and backhanded in towards the net, but into the corner it goes. Newcastle will have it, but the pass is a little off target, and Malloy will skate it forward.
Lindsay,
pardon me. Hacharik trying to get it in close. Jones right there at the short side. Loose in front, but picked up by Foll, and he'll backhand it out. It wasn't great communication between those 3 attackers there for the North Stars, but that's an icing call, so they get another chance to go back to the end. And
well, it's kind of just sort of shows me what Adelaide have been doing tonight. Again, just when they started the period, they just dumped the puck in and hoped someone was going to go get it, and then just trying to find someone, and they're not being able to do that. So the icing call down here.
Well, we have a change of goalie. I just noticed, Steve. We've got Forbes White in, so Sebastian Anderson is on the bench.
And I think obviously Adelaide have sort of realised that the chances of getting back into this game are slim, so why not give him an opportunity?
Into the zone now come the North Stars. Right in close was Lawson, and Forbes White pushes him out of the way. Into the Newcastle zone on the counter is Jake Riley. He fires a shot, and the rebound given up there by Davis is picked up by Martini. He does a button hook and gets it away to Lawson, who's at the blue line. He regathers the puck, and he'll go up the middle. Hands it off. They're offside with 18:34 left in the game. Still a 7-2 lead for the North Stars.
Well, one of the things they teach you in the first time you go out in the ice is don't make a play at the blue line. So, unfortunately, offside there from that play. It was interesting watching this line actually out on the ice. It's like we've got 3 centres out there because everyone's trying to go to everyone's position. So, it's interesting to see if the chemistry stays.
Good pass on the stick there of Riley. Got some speed, gets on the forehand, goes through some traffic, gets away, just a weak shot, nearly beat Davis shared with the change of pace, but he covers it up with 18:22 left in the game.
Yeah, Davis played that well. Pads on the ice, so any shot was coming was never going to be really of any problem to him. But I liked the way the defense again kept Riley wide that, so the shot was able to be handled easily. It's a lesson they learned, I think, from Benson.
Face off to the left of Davis, and Newcastle win that face off. They're going to go up the right wing, and the pass does make it through the crowd. Shot on net is off a stick and off the ceiling for a stop of play. That's considered out of play when it hits the ceiling. It's fairly high here in Newcastle, but not like it is at Macquarie or something like that.
Yeah, nice play there by this young line with Southwood in the middle with Nadin and also Manwaring there. Nadin made a really good pass to get it through to Manwaring.
Face off. Eventually won by Pat Nadin. He gets the pass across, but it's to Joey Resnick, and he'll clear it for the Adrenaline. Lob shot bounces down the ice. Skating onto it is Benson. And in the corner now, he's got a battle with Dave Ferrari. Dave Ferrari gets it away to his teammates, and the breakup has broken up the blue line, but they do get it to neutral ice. Joseph Resnick spins about, gets it to Stringer. And it's Nathaniel Benson gets it into the zone. Cheaton Southwood overskates it. Manwaring comes about and going to take it up. Going to go the left wing option, but he's beat his teammate. He was beaten by his teammate across the line for an offside.
Unfortunately, once again, making a play at the blue line, which put his team offside, so very unlucky. To be able to, because we're really trying to set up some sort of system here to enter the blue line wide, which is wonderful, but you've got to make the play before you get to the blue, not at the blue.
Face off on by Newcastle. Into the zone, they come. Malloy loses the puck though, and skating it out now is Kratoski. Very skilled player for the Adrenaline, being a great goal scorer for them as well. His pass though doesn't quite get it to Harley Anderson. Shot on net, bouncing around off some bodies and sticks, and Newcastle will skate it out of their zone, but first to it is Holland, pardon me, couldn't see the number. And now into the zone, Northstars. Plays broken up, and Matt Lindsay loses the puck. Is Matt Lindsay playing forward now too?
Geez, all the defense are playing forward tonight. They all want a goal.
Adelaide do clear it, and it's fired back in off the glass. And Holland tries to fire it around ice. It's kept at the blue line by Newcastle. Shot on that is quite wide. And bouncing around, that's out of play. So a stop of play. We've got 16-13 left in this third period. Still a 7-2 lead for the Northstars.
Yeah, I think Forbes White really wanted to touch that puck. He sort of reached for it, even though it was quite wide of the net, and then blew a tire as he was going across his crease to try and get something on the puck at least.
He's having a little laugh about it right now. Glenn Forbes White. So getting some AIHL time under the belt. Newcastle get into the zone. Matt Martini streaking in at the back door there. The nice pass by Reve. Reve again involved. Best. Can't quite clear it. He's going to need some help from Foll. Reve through some traffic. Foll's going to get it back, and he gets it out on that attempt, and Hazelhurst will pick it up. He's going to use his D partner, and he'll get it back. Now Newcastle's getting it forward. Into the zone goes Reve. Stick handle, spins about, and it gets past Sam Lawson out the other side, but he'll keep it in the zone. To the blue line. Drops the hips, gets a quick shot away, but Joseph Resnick's going to skate under it, and he's got a chance to place him forward right now. Quick shot. Scores!
And I was just
classic Joey Resnick.
I was just about to say, Peter, what they've missed tonight is Joe Resnick playing forward. And look at it, he just takes one play, goes up, one shot, he scores. I mean, the guy has such a wonderful shot, a fantastic shot.
He has won the skills comp before, at least once, with the shooting the plates.
Yeah, in the All-Star
weekend.
weekend.
Did it here with the first one here in Newcastle. And he's just picked it right above the pads there. Your favourite spot, 30 centimetres off the ice.
Correct. He used Paddy Ward as a screen and just shot around him. Just clever.
Magic shot.
All right. Well, Adelaide's got their 1. Newcastle need to get their 5.
Another shot on net, and that one's covered by Davis, and he'll freeze the puck on that one.
Mind you, the way Adelaide's playing, I don't think it's going to happen. They've sort of found a bit of a...
They are playing very well
playing
so far
much
this
better.
period.
Still not happy with the way they're just dumping the puck in and chasing it all the time rather than setting anything up. But hey, they're scoring goals. They got 3.
If you're a coach, what would you change it to?
Well, I'd just...
2 men deep or...
Nah, keeping it simple, mate, is really important. I mean, they just need to be carrying the puck wide into the zone and then setting it up, triangles, looking for the player in front, just all basic stuff which works, and it's been working for the North Stars tonight. I mean, just then you almost saw that play with Hacharik to Banger. Banger had it on his stick. It was a goal.
Riley now with some speed. Gets a shot away, and it's a save made by Davis. A stopper play with exactly 15 minutes left in the third.
Yeah, Jake Riley certainly has a spring in his step. He's going hard tonight, and it's good to see him and Benson out there as well too. 2 of the younger players for this team, and their enthusiasm is certainly helping the rest of the Adelaide guys get back into this game.
Face off. One by Adelaide. They get a quick shot away, and it's just wide. Newcastle trying to pass onto the blue line as Banger. Now it's way into the zone. Quick shot and a save there by Anderson. Puck goes to Hacharik. Shakes off the check. In close. Jones trying to get it to Banger in front. Banger. Moving in now. Jones backhand. Boyle gets it in. And does a good job at loosening the puck. Hacharik, though, keeps it in the zone. Chance for a backhand there from Molloy, but can't get a handle on it. Instead passes it to Boyle, so Adrenaline will skate it out of their zone.
Oh, what a hit.
He hangs out the hip and gets the hit on the man. And a quick chance there for Kotoska, turned aside by Davis. Newcastle now with some speed, looking a bit dangerous right now. Got some confidence going and some forward pressure to Jones, but he's bumped off the puck by Boyle. Jones is close. Saved by Anderson.
Whoa. It certainly looked like Jones crashed into...
Yeah, I think there was a stick in his skate.
Forbes White, but
I think that's what it was asking for.
Yeah. But Forbes White did a fantastic job to stay there and make sure that Jones didn't get an opportunity. It was a great play by the North Stars to keep the puck into the zone so they could create the opportunity, but he was square to the puck the whole time. Very clever.
Face off, we've got Southwood and Stapleton. Riley jumping the gun a bit there and wasn't waved out, fortunately. Corey Stringer gets it to Rezic, playing defence with him tonight. And off the body of Hazelhurst, he'll knock it down with his stick after he's come off his body. Pat Nadin with a long pass, skating out with some speed now.
Oh, yeah.
Southwood.
Got him for that.
And we've got a penalty coming, a hook.
Yeah, but Joe Rezic, he just didn't have the foot speed to stay with Paddy Nadin, so his stick got up parallel to the ice, a little pull back, so it was always going to be a hooking call.
Well, that's got to say that's applauded for Pat Nadin to force Joe Rezic to have to hook you, because it's not too slow.
Well, Joseph's absolute skill set is shooting.
Is shooting, yes.
It's certainly not slow, but his skill set is definitely shooting.
He's not the fastest guy in the AIHL. Let's just say there's few can shoot better than Joey Rezic.
God, mate, he's such a wonderful shooter. I remember doing a few development camps with him in Newcastle here, and just his ability to put the puck in that little tiny square wherever you asked him to put it was just phenomenal.
Yeah, I've seen him do it in the skills comp.
Well, the North Stars have another opportunity to maybe develop this power play unit of theirs.
Jones takes the face off. He wins against Stapleton. It's to Revay at the blue line. He'll hand it off. Squeezing in is Banger. He loses the handle though with his head up, and he's got Hacharik down low to the blue line. Kept in by Revay. Gets it to Hacharik. His two friends enjoying their summer together. Banger goes around the boards and kept alive by Revay along the blue line. We've got 2 screeners. It's off a stick and up into the netting for a stopper play. We're at 12:54 left in the third.
Yeah, I like that. That's what Reve needs to be doing, getting the puck to the middle and just blasting it at the net. Because there's a lot of traffic there and anything could have happened. But I do like the way that Reve and Hacharik feed off each other. They obviously enjoy skating together, obviously enjoy playing together.
Face off. And do Adelaide win it? No, nice work by Hacharik to keep that in the zone. Winds up, shoots, scored! Banger with the one-timer. What a goal.
That was a wonderful example of a slap pass. Jones could have just ripped that, but he saw the bang was coming through, so he just fed it through to him, and Hanger just had to put his stick there. He didn't have to do anything else.
I was a Canucks fan, especially during the time of the Sardines, who just retired, but they kind of patented that move about 10 years ago, where brother to brother they would set that up, and Jones just saw Banger coming in and thought, instead of shooting for the goal, I'll shoot for the stick.
Absolutely.
Banger finishes the job, 8-3 North Stars.
Really, really well-crafted goal. And that power play works again.
Newcastle now do get it into the Adelaide zone. They've got another opportunity. Stick handling, backhand attempt there by Lawson. Can't get past Anderson. Harley Anderson doing a good job of keeping him tied up. Shoulder fake by Lawson. Doesn't quite shake off Holland. And Lawson still has a puck. Still handed off. Revenge with those moves in front. Shoots. Saved by Anderson. Great hockey to get the shot. Great hockey to make the save. Tombleson now. Waits. Takes a shot. And it's out wide and out the other side. Reve skates onto it. Loses it but gets it back. I think he just never loses control. He looks like he has so much time.
So smooth. And he certainly undressed young Zach Boyle before, so great play.
Kotoska driving the net. And right through the blue paint. He couldn't, by the time he got there, he had too much speed for the puck. Adelaide are out of the attacking zone. They'll need to regroup, and they're changing up. North Stars can't go forward there. Watini lost the puck amongst the skates, and it's thrown in by Adrenaline. The first the puck is Davis. Out of his net, flies around the boards.
This could be dangerous for the North Stars. There's a bit of pressure on here.
There is, and they're close to getting penalties, and I think they've got one here.
And it wouldn't surprise. It looks like there's an interference call coming up against Dave Ferrari, and that doesn't surprise because of the pressure that Adelaide were able to put on then. It looked dangerous. It was dangerous. Now they're on the power play.
Well, often when you don't score, that's your reward instead, is you get yourself a power play, and that's what gets you momentum.
Oh, that's why you want to be, if you're in the offense, in that fun zone as much as possible, because the D is going to make a mistake at some stage.
Newcastle win the face-off, and with a burst of speed, Robert Hazelhurst is going to come up the right wing. He's going to do it on himself. He shakes off one. Could have drawn a penalty there himself. Gets it away. Shot by Evan Waring, and it's off a stick and up in the netting. So that's a pretty good power play. Penalty kill so far.
So far. Brilliant. And full congrats to Jake Riley to be able to keep with Rob Hazelhurst there as Hazelhurst came down that right wing. Because Hazelhurst is fast.
Yes. Well, so is Jake Riley, yeah.
He just showed it just then. But good on Liam Manwaring to get that shot away then. Good pressure by the North Stars on the penalty kill.
And Riley straight back in there. I don't know if he's even raised his heart rate. Oh, Forbes White nearly spilled one there right on his goal crease. But some help from the defenseman, and Riley gets the pass away to Anderson, Harley Anderson. We've got a penalty coming.
Got a penalty.
So it's going to be a 5-on-3 here if the North Stars touch it. Now Adelaide play the advantage. So at the moment, it's 6-on-4. Looking for the one-timer. In close. And another attempt on net. Saved by Davis, and a touch by the North Stars will stop play. So they're going to have 1 minute 19 of 5-on-3. 2-minute advantage coming up for the Adelaide Adrenaline.
Just a wonderful save then by Dane Davis. Just did the splits and threw his pad and glove out to make the save. Just a beautiful play. But looks like it might be Shane Southwood who's picked up the penalty. And bangs the boards. He's obviously happy.
Well, this is good practice for the North Stars, and we'll see if let's get some results for the Adrenaline. They've got a great opportunity here with them right now. Boyle has a puck. He gets it across to his partner. I think it's Joseph Resick.
No, Resick has it.
Tosca sends it across. Knocks it down and kept alive there by Tosca. Pass to the other side. They're trying to move the North Stars side to side. They do for the most part, but first the puck there is Newcastle and they get out of the zone.
Wonderful clearance there by the North Stars. They were under so much pressure and to clear that was just wonderful.
We're now 40 seconds of 2-minute advantage left. Boyle with a puck. He goes up the right wing. Steve Best into the corner. It's out of the zone, so they need to get onside. No, they're okay. Sorry, they're clear. Tosca tries a short side. It's gone behind the net, so Davis stands up.
Oop, that's a big bounce.
Into neutral ice though, and Joseph Rizik has to stick handle around Hazelhurst. Tosca with a shot. That was so fast, I couldn't even hardly see
Davis
release.
saw it at all.
Well, Davis was looking for it. I couldn't see it either. And Newcastle send it forward, and that will see out the first penalty, so it's a one-man advantage now left for Rizik has the puck. Boyle drops it off. And he gets it back. He's coming in close. He's going behind the net. Stops up. And we've got Rizik calling for it up high. Pardon me, it's Holland. 40. It's 49.
Yes. A couple of questions were asked then of the men in the middle with the stripes on in regards to a little bit of play that was a bit of byplay going on. But they kept control and maintained it, so well done. But I mean, really, if I'm Adelaide, I give the puck to Joseph Rizik. Just get him the puck. I mean, he had the puck a couple of times down low onto Davis's right. He just didn't have a shot. He didn't take it. So good on him. But give him the puck.
But Tosca and Rizik are two guns.
Absolutely.
They're two great guys at finishing. Round the boards it goes. Newcastle get to it first. Not a good clearance. Holland has a chance. And the shot goes wide. Not by a lot. Hardy Anderson hands the puck away. And Newcastle get the fifth man back on. Southwood quickly into the play. Hasn't changed up, so he's going to get involved. Boyle skates on the puck. Southwood goes out to greet him. Still 8-3 after that. After those two penalties. Newcastle steal the puck. They chip it forward. We've got a breakaway. Into the zone comes Jones. In close. There's a penalty being called, or possibly. So actually Jones is apologising to Forbes White, but he was pushed into the goal.
We're just going to be calling a tripping penalty. Questions are being asked as to whether he was in the clear or not, and maybe a penalty shot should have been called. Certainly Jones looked like he was pulled down from behind. But obviously the decision was it wasn't.
Skates, I think. But Forbes White's okay.
That's the important thing.
It was Jake Riley who was the offender, but it's probably a necessary penalty, you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Jones was full steam ahead. The locomotion was moving, but again, another great opportunity here for Newcastle Northstars, this first power play unit. They've got pop 3 tonight. It'd be a great game if they could get 4.
At the face-off, though, Jones wins that one. Now Charik's at the blue line. Goes across there to Reve. Picks a spot and takes the shot. But he gets the puck back after the Forbes White makes the save. Malloy trying to screen. Can't get past Stringer. Hacharik at the back door. Can't get a shot away through. And Newcastle managed to keep it onside. Yes, Banga now. Setting it up. Cross ice. Tries to hit Jones. And a active stick breaks up the play.
Oh, jeez, what stick work.
Jones now showing off with his stick work. Hacharik.
Whoops.
And we got a breakaway. Kotoska's the man you don't want to give a breakaway to. When he comes, he's picked up the goal. He's on Davis. He goes, saved by Davis.
Big save, Davis. Stayed in the middle. It's all he had to do.
Newcastle going forward. They've got some speed. They've been out a long time, though, but so have Adelaide. Chance in front. Zone for the shot. Scores! Big slap shot, and he gets it through.
And that was a big slap shot, Peter. I mean, really, there was no need to do it. And the only reason it went through is because of the speed and power that was behind it. Because the goaltender did an absolutely wonderful job, Forbes White, to be there for it. But there was just smoke on that shot. And that's why it went in.
Buried it.
And another power play goal. The North Stars would be happy about that. The coaching staff would be most happy.
Forbes White did make the save, but it wasn't enough to completely stop the puck, and it still went through. And that was a nice pass by Banga.
Beautiful. They do obviously work well together, and certainly there's a lot of chemistry happening there.
So that's 2 goals for the North Stars, Steve, in this period. We've got 7 minutes and 20 to go.
We'll see if I'm any good at predicting stuff, eh?
I'm terrible. I'm the worst. Harley Anderson in the zone. And off the boards it goes into neutral ice. Newcastle will pick it off some skates. And Sam Lawson has to squeeze through some traffic. Tim Stanger is tied up there, but keeps the puck alive. It's gone through to Forbes Whitehill, paddle it aside, and Lawson now with the puck. Stanger in front.
Oh, yes. Well done, Hamish.
He's one who has scored this season, but he has another.
He hasn't got a lot, but I'll tell you what. That was Sam Lawson's goal. Lawson did everything then. He was in the corner, he was moving, he was coming around, spinning, protecting the puck, looking for players, and that was his goal. I mean, really, really pretty. The way he got it down to Stanger, and Stanger found Hamish Powell in front of the net was great, but it was really all Lawson and all the work he did.
Yeah, he's a great team player too, and he was so happy for Powell there. You can see absolute delight on his face for that.
Well, I think it's Hamish's second this year, so he doesn't score a lot.
We scored 1.
The timeout now being called by Adelaide, so they can
So we've reached
reflect.
double figures. North Stars have got 10. We've got 6:44 left in the game.
And it's funny how winning a game and getting a few goals can really get the boys all happy, smiles on the faces. The North Star bench is just bubbling at the moment. I mean, they're not even really getting a chance to talk to each other during this timeout. I mean, they've got the game, they feel comfortable with what they're doing, and they are playing well tonight. They're structured well, they're looking for each other. I mean, I've loved that long breakout play that they've been using. It's really stretched Adelaide, and Adelaide hasn't had an answer to it at all. So
Face-off coming. The timeouts ended just now. So we'll see where Anderson's come off the ice, so he was not getting any more. So he ended up with 1,051 shots for the season.
We've still got a couple of games to go, Pete.
That is true. No, this is Adelaide's last one, isn't it? I think tomorrow's the last game.
Yeah. This really the way that North Stars are playing too gives an opportunity for Dave Ferrari and Hayden Shear to get a lot more ice time as well too, and give them a chance before they go over to Perth to be able to settle down into that rhythm.
I think they'll keep Reve up forward with Jones going, and Malloy doing well indeed.
Yep.
Southwood into the Adelaide zone, and Rezic will break up their play. He's going to skate it up the left wing. In the zone he goes. Come on, Joe, take a shot. No, he's going to hand it off to Riley. Riley gets it back. Newcastle will take the right wing option. He does get a touch on it there, but I think it was short of the red line. And Manwaring was forced in icing. They'll go back to Newcastle's end.
Yeah, it's just a shame he wasn't able to control that puck, because, I mean, with the speed that he had to start with, he may have made something from the play, but unfortunately got away from him, so we've come down the other end.
So we've raised $2,500 tonight for the drought appeal, which was the raffle for a signed jersey. Shot on net and a save there by Davis.
Wonderful, the ice hockey fans in Newcastle did do that. It's just superb.
And this is in the middle of another fundraiser we've had going, which is a toy drive for the Starlight Foundation here at the John Hunter Hospital. North Stars breaking out of their zone. We're waiting for the puck to come to the player. And in they come. Hacharik looks inside. And Rory coming to the net with Nadin there too, but it's just gone through. And out of the zone it goes, and we're changing up the lines a bit here. I think we're trying to get some of the guys going. Newcastle a breakout, broken up, thrown on net, but doesn't get through Hazelhurst, and North Stars moving it forward. No, it's broken up again by Adrenaline.
Yeah, I think the puck hit Lemming, and he's not happy. He's coming off the ice, so it must have stung a bit.
Stringer with the puck. In close, shoots. Glove save by Davis.
By Dane Davis. He doesn't mind flashing the leather at all, does he?
No, he's good with the renewable energy windmills, and as he calls them. And he didn't get all of that, but it was enough to send it flying up into the netting for a stop and play.
It certainly wasn't a classic butterfly position he took at all either. But hey, he stopped the puck. End of story.
Yeah. Good save. Lindsay with the puck. And Adelaide probably got away with a penalty there.
Small little hook, perhaps.
It was like water skiing, that one.
I like Jake Riley. I mean, he's really put a lot into his game tonight. Involved again in that. He's played well.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. Round the boards it goes. Can't keep it on side. Joe Resnick, he's waiting to see what's going to happen and just fires it in. Macharik can't steal it away from Stringer. He's going to bank it off the boards. For Riley, skates onto it. Gets it to Stringer, but it's
Not
in
a good
skates.
pass. Not a good pass.
Nah, it's too late. A little too tricky. Nice pass onto the stick there of Stringer. Good pass. Kotoska's got a chance through the screen, and it's off a skate and gone wide. It looked pretty good for a goal there for a moment. 3:47 left in the game. It's 10-3 at the moment. Newcastle coming forward. Jones shakes off some traffic. Banger, pass inside.
Oh, unlucky.
Malloy can't unload. He'll get the puck back though. He had to fire quick and he just couldn't get enough stick on it. Kotoska goes wide. Tries a shot on net and it's stopped by Davis. An easy one for him with 3:16 left in the game.
Yeah, well, I think Adelaide doesn't mind that at all, getting a face-off down in the North Stars zone, because there's some tired bodies out in the ice at the moment. So they'll enjoy this chance to have a bit of a break. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure why Adelaide couldn't have thrown someone else back on defence tonight rather than Joe Resnick. I mean, Joe probably wanted to play that, I'm sure, but Jesus made a hole in their offence.
Rattini into the zone. Pass tries to hit Sam Lawson coming in, but it's broken up by the Adrenaline players, and Stapleton fires it into the body there of Hayden Sheard. He'll get the puck in deep, and Rattini back to the puck. Picked up there by Adrenaline, and it's going to be Zach Boyle skates it out. He's going to go wide, takes a shot.
Oh, good shot block.
Shot block there by Hayden Sheard. Into the corner, Adelaide first, and Dave Ferrari has him pinned. Got 2:40 left in the game.
Someone better come up with it soon.
Someone will get the puck out eventually. It's going to be Andrew Stapleton, perhaps. Backhand, and it's gone to the Newcastle player, so they're going to skate out of their zone. They do. Into the Adrenaline's end. Reve gets the puck to Lawson. In close. Can't get a shot away. And Benson.
Oh, what a move.
Chance. No, as offside. That would have been a great breakaway if it came together.
Fantastic. Tomlinson just did a brilliant job there at the blue line, and poor old Hayden Sheard wasn't able to stop his momentum at all. Really good play, but anyway, offside. Too late now.
Face off and neutralised, and Newcastle win it back, but Adelaide pressing. Shot on net and a save by Davis. And Adelaide buzzing around the net.
We have a slashing call coming up, and I'd say it's probably going to be against the North Stars. Yeah, it looks like it's Paddy Ward is going, so that's certainly going to give Adelaide a bit more opportunity and also a bit more optimism to pop another one with 1:54 to go. And reduces my chance of the North Stars getting 5. Jeez.
Steve.
I'm not happy.
Face off to Adrenaline. Shot on net and save made. It was Ryan Foll with a quick shot. Foot race on
Great
now.
speed here.
Manwaring versus Stringer. Manwaring gets in there, but Stringer gets the puck. Resnick. Gets a pass across to his D-man. And Stringer passes forward into the zone they come. Stick tap there by Ryan Fall wants the puck. He's got the screen going. Adelaide trying to bring it in front of the net, but it's been stolen by Hazelhurst. And here he comes with the speed. Always with speed. Stringer. Hazelhurst into the shooting zone. He's gone through the other side. He waits up. He'll try and get it in front to Manwaring.
Great skill.
So we're down to the last minute, and Northstar is still on the penalty kill. Oh, great opportunity there for Adrenaline, but couldn't finish it.
Ooh.
Joe Rezic would have been offside if he took that shot. Otherwise, it was looking pretty good.
Just a little bit slow to get to that blue line.
Adrenaline in close scores.
Yeah, North Stars got caught there on a change, unfortunately, so it ended up being a 5-on-3 because didn't get out quick enough, and Adelaide took advantage of that, and so they should. Good on them.
That'll make it 10-4, and that will end the power play. So I don't know if we'll get any more goals, but we've only got 30 seconds to go.
Well, certainly, Peter,
it's been Ryan Fall that finished that one.
Yeah, I think it was. It's been an interesting game, but really it's been a little bit scrappy from both teams. If anything, the North Stars have perhaps looked a bit more solid, and they need to, going now to Perth to play 2 games against the Thunder. They need to be pretty solid with what they're doing.
Down to 20 seconds. Boyle sends around the boards. Lawson gets to the puck in close. Jones can't get it through. Last few seconds for Jones here at Newcastle this season. Revay can't get a shot away. They'll only have one more chance here for another goal. Shoots, save by Forbes White. And that's the game. So it's been a long time since we've had a regulation win here in Newcastle. Ice Dogs, I think, was the last one about a month ago, but the North Stars do get this one. So in the end, it was a 10-4 win for the North Stars over the Adelaide Adrenaline.
And justifiably so, Peter. I mean, there's no doubt Newcastle played very well tonight. Adelaide just didn't have answers to the speed of the Newcastle North Stars and the way they were playing together as a team. The lines worked tonight, the chemistry was great, the deep pair were great, that transition from offense to defense, where everything worked well. And Adelaide really didn't look like they were in the game at all.
Yeah, well, we know they're down some players,
Yes.
They're missing some imports, they're only a young team, but you can only play the game you've got in front of you, as they say.
Correct, absolutely
right. We see a great future ahead for them, and we really enjoyed watching the young guys play today, and often their best plays with some of those young guys.
Yeah, that's right, they were. I mean, Jake Riley had a great game. I was really impressed with him. Zach Boyle, their assistant captain, had a great game as well too. He led from the defense in a lot of ways, a lot of rushes, a lot of nice passes. He really did well. Corey Stringer for them. He set that first goal up for them. Did really, really well on defense tonight. That last poke check he made on the one-on-one was sensational. There's great things coming out of Adelaide. There's no doubt about that. Just tonight wasn't their night.
No, it's ended up a 10-3. So the North Stars kind of needed that. They needed to get some confidence up, but in some ways they also needed to be tested. I guess they had that last night against the Bears. So they're still in the running for the finals, but it really is a pressure situation. They need to win at least one over in Perth, and maybe even 2. Both games possibly, depending on the results from the Mustangs and the Ice Dogs.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see that last night they lost by 6. Tonight they won by 6. So they turned that around. I mean, that's a 12-goal turnaround. That's pretty impressive in anyone's language.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I mean, we've seen that North Stars have had the ability to do that.
Yes.
But against the faster teams or the more experienced teams, that pressure and the loss of the time and space that you need to set those sort of plays has been against them. So I'm not sure how they're going to adjust. They've been pretty close. A lot of their wins, even against the best teams this year, have been very close.
Very close games, yep.
To the Bears, a couple of those were 1-point games. The 2-0 loss was, that was off a skate deflection and then the empty net at the end. That was basically nearly a 0-0 game.
Yeah, absolutely. But what I liked, Peter, was what the coaches said before the game, is they're going to try and keep it simple tonight. And they did. They threw the puck at the net, they funneled to the net with the players, they got the rebounds, they banged it away. At times they got back to their game where there's perhaps a few too many passes were made, but most of the game, pucks were at the net and their players were at the net as well too. And it works. It definitely works, especially for a team like Adelaide that may not have all their players here, guys playing out of position, Joe Ressick playing defence rather than forward. When you've got those sort of situations, if you put the teams under pressure, by going back to simple, it's going to work. And boy, did it work tonight.
One thing I wanted to bring up tonight is I was noticing with the game, I don't know if you guys can see it on the stream all that often, but the Jumbotron this year has been a massive injection into this rink this year. The guys operating it, I saw an icing call be called, and immediately up on the Jumbotron, up come the icing. I was sitting with offside, so that people can see what's going on, and people knew the sport now immediately, so it's definitely added to the atmosphere here and the entertainment. And that was part of why we had tonight the fire twirling.
And it's how good was that? Jeez, I mean, she was unbelievably good, and I certainly haven't seen anything in any other ice rink to rival that at all. So that was pretty awesome. And congrats to the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium management for making that happen.
Well done,
it's very clever.
Yeah. We still haven't got our T-shirt cannon. That's always been the gold standard. We haven't got there yet, but sooner or later, Greg, we'll get that T-shirt cannon going. Yeah, that's right. We've got to put a hole in the net and fire it through is a problem.
Correct. Yeah. That is a big problem, unfortunately.
There's also a problem of health and safety, but these things can be.
This is ice hockey. Where the health and safety
come from? That's what lawyers are for. So it's been a great year for our team this year. So I want to credit especially Michael Smith. This has largely been Michael Smith's work. Right back to February, March. Michael's been driving this team, and we're talking about the media team. So we've been able to put on an awesome show this year. We've had Gav and Lucy come in. We've got Ellie and Nikki being our hosts, and ourselves doing commentary. And there's a lot of other people behind the scenes that you don't get to see. So Ollie and Sam and a bunch of people come in, and it's let us put on the show, which is the first time we've had an AIHL show that's been able to go end to end from before the game, in the game, and after the game. So it's something we're really proud of. So the top and tail we call Northstars Live, and then we've got the regular stream here in the middle for ourselves.
Yeah, it's been really exciting to be part of it all, and to see the pleasure in everyone's face every game, before and after. And there've been some stresses on Michael to try and get all this stream go out on time, but he does it. He does it. It's really, really good. I remember there was one stream maybe 3 or 4 games ago where we had a meeting 5 minutes before we were going to go to air saying, we're not going to air, guys. It's just not happening. We just can't get it. And 2 minutes later, bingo, we're up, we're running. And certainly no one at home would know anything about that at all.
Yeah, well, we owe James Morgan on that one. He got us out.
So that was phenomenal. It was just so good, you know. So, yeah, the team does a brilliant job. So
they sure do. So probably people may not realise it takes about a team of over a dozen people now to produce the show. Usually about 16 of us, which is a pretty big team. It's for volunteers. It's all volunteers, so we really love doing it. We hope you enjoy it. So I hope you enjoy watching your players, your family. We definitely enjoy bringing it. So we've just got on ice. We've got fan photo coming up, which we do each year. We've made a bit of a become a bit of a tradition for us.
And it's wonderful to see the players out there as well too, being engaged and part of it. So, because this is an important part of the community engaging with the team, and also the team engaging with the community. There's no doubt that there has a family sort of atmosphere around the Northstars. It gets a bit cliched sometimes, but it is true. There's the Dores have done just a marvellous job, Leanne and Gary. Right from the word go in 2000 when this all started, to make everybody feel welcome whenever they come to this rink. There's always a smile on everyone's face, and it really makes a big, big difference for everyone that's coming in here.
Oh, watch out, someone's given Joey Resick the mic. Hey, Joey. So, well, do we have to talk about Joey now, or to say nice things about Joey?
Yes, he should have been playing forward, not defence.
Yeah, he did pretty good, Joey. Well done, mate.
Joey, do you allow us to tell you whether you played good on defence or not, or are you making that judgment yourself? Good. Thank you for allowing that to happen.
Thank you, Joe. We appreciate the help.
That's a nice goal you scored there tonight, mate. Did it go where you wanted it to go, or did you shut your eyes? Yeah, you're very good when you shut your eyes and shoot. I've noticed that.
Yeah, well done. I wish I had that ability. I'd be happy to just close my eyes and hit the right end of the ring. Well, we've got the fans still coming on the ice. We're going to have a photo. We're getting the photo set up. It could be a little while. I don't know. Have you got any good jokes, Joey? No, maybe I shouldn't ask that. No,
don't ask, mate.
No. I guess
that's a bad question.
Yes. Joseph, if I can ask you a serious question for a sec. Remy McGuinness wasn't playing tonight. Is he injured? Or?
Yes, he is. He has a problem with his shoulder.
That's no good.
It's he was injured before. I think in mid-season he had some problems with shoulder. He was, I think, 6 weeks out.
Right.
And he come back, and last game in Adelaide last weekend he got hit in last 2 minutes.
Right.
Again, and something happened, which is he's out.
Yeah, and it's a shame because you really miss his speed and strength out there on the ice, because he's another goal scorer that you could have used tonight.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, look, every player we're missing, it's important for us. We not have that big base of the players.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. And young Marcel?
Marcel didn't play this year.
Right.
I don't know why, but yeah, he didn't play this year at all.
Maybe his brother was showing him up too much.
One of the brothers is always better, doesn't it?
Those brother versus brother relationships keep it spicy, huh?
Now, you've had a lot of talent, obviously not played this year, then just think about that. And of course, Greg Oddie retiring as well too. I mean, it's he's such a staple for Adelaide. You know?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of boys which is retired or stopped playing or starting families and stuff like that.
Yep.
I mean, if you look at our team, we have, I don't know, 6-7 rookies this year.
Yeah.
We have a very young team. A lot of players doesn't have the experience in this league yet.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I look at it, we have a 2-3 years project here to win the cup.
Good.
And the project starting this year, and we have a lot of young guys and giving them a lot of ice time.
Yep.
And trying to develop them we can prepare them for 3 years big season.
Yep. Because 2020 the new rink will be open. Is that the plan? Or?
Well, I believe that's the plan. I don't know much about it.
Yep.
But I believe that's the last information which I got.
Fantastic. And Nathaniel Benson must have been happy with his goal tonight.
Yeah, he's sitting next to me here.
Yeah. Nice goal, mate. It was beautifully picked.
Thank you, yeah.
Did you do the same thing as Joseph and just shut your eyes and drill it, or did you actually look?
Yeah, basically.
You're learning from the best.
You're learning from the best.
You've given away your secret, Joe. Closing their eyes.
No, we were talking about in the commentary about the speed that you showed coming down that left wing and then getting into that face-off circle and then just letting it rip. It was a beautiful shot.
Yeah, well, I looked at the pass and then I saw the guy move, and after that I just eyeballed the net and just went for the shot. So.
Yeah. No, that was a good play, mate. Well done. Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, you guys are off to Sydney tomorrow. Is it the Bears you're playing tomorrow?
Yeah, Sydney Bears. Mm-hmm. Last game of the season.
I have to say they're looking pretty good at the moment. They're playing
who expect that, hey, before season?
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, half of the Bears playing here in Newcastle.
Well, they've beat us 4-0. So
I know.
They swept that season. They're playing very well.
I mean, it's a big surprise for me, Bears, this year, to be honest. It's a big surprise.
Apparently they're asking for us to shut the music off, but I have no idea how to do that. Here comes Greg. Fantastic.
I can't talk and control knobs at the same time.
Thanks, Greg. Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
So you're right, Joseph. I mean, the Bears have been a surprise package this year, and I mean, certainly CBR Brave. That's right, probably have. The CBR Brave have just been the team this year. How have you guys felt playing against them?
I mean, that's not a surprise. If you look at it their lineup, that if they will not win the cup this year, they are doing something wrong, doesn't it?
100% agree with you.
I mean, it's about only one game in the finals, but they have a team to win the cup, 100%. I mean, they are playing very well. I was injured during the season. and I was sitting at the grandstands and watching them, and I'll go after the game downstairs, and I said, guys, fuck, it was a very good, nice game to watch you. because you guys playing, you know where you are, it's nice hockey to watch what they are doing.
Yeah, it's very pretty and also effective, deadly effective they are. So their passing is very slick, the cycling in the park, they're very confident is what we noticed.
Yeah, no, I'm giving them hard time on the Twitter, but I mean...
really? Come on.
I mean, they are playing very good hockey. I have a big respect for them.
Yeah, of course.
Wahib Daj, of course, not playing for you guys is a huge hole, and he's done a really brilliant job for them.
Oh yeah, look, Wahib is a brilliant player, hey. I mean, he's showing that in past, 3-4 seasons back, he's starting doing 2 points a seat per game, and he's a 40 points player per season. He's born 92 or something like this, very young guy, Australian born, very good player.
Yep. Well, it's fascinating watching him play for Australia as well too.
Yeah,
like in the Netherlands this year, he did a fantastic job.
I mean, we win the silver second time in a row, but the last game against Netherlands, to be honest, that was out of our hands. Like
they weren't bad, were they?
Very good team.
Yeah, it was a very good team. Like we was everywhere second. We just watching pretty good hockey players playing against us.
Yeah, well, actually being up there in the stands and watching their first goal, Netherlands' first goal against you guys with a tic-tac-toe bang in. Went,
5 players touched the puck, empty netter.
This is going to be a long game.
Even I have to clap for that.
It was beautiful.
I mean, it's obviously you can see these guys are professional hockey players, hey?
Yeah.
I mean, they are every day on the ice. They are, it's their full-time job. Like, they are doing what they are best on.
Yeah. And it's such a pleasure to watch them and have a privilege to watch them as well too, But again, you're going to come back again next year to play for Australia?
Well, if I get picked.
Good. There is that problem.
What do you mean if you get picked?
No, there is that problem. That's that problem. I mean, it could happen.
Like oh yeah. Hey guys.
We may as well. We're kind of doing this remote interview right now where Steve and I are still in the box and we're talking to Joey.
Yeah, I mean it's always up to the coach. Hey, if you think I'm good enough, I'm happy to 100% go.
Yep.
I'm enjoying that playing for Australian national team. It's a privilege for me.
Absolutely, it's a great honour. There's no doubt, and it's been fantastic to watch you playing on the team. So I hope you do continue to keep doing it.
Yeah, well, obviously it's up to my body as well. It's up to my body as well. If everything, hang together, I can keep playing. But yeah, 100% I'm enjoying that to playing for Australia.
So Nathaniel, do you enjoy playing left wing, or would you like to play in the middle a bit more often?
Well, I think with this team, I've been learning a lot of wing playing this year, and I play center mostly back home and with local league. But I love getting up high and getting the puck out of the zone quickly and breaking out quick. So I like it a lot this year.
That was very obvious just watching you play today. There's no doubt about that. And what's it like playing with a legend like Joseph Resick?
Well, you learn a lot. You learn how to close your eyes, shoot.
Yeah, he learned a lot,
Did you learn how to back check and forecheck from Joe?
Back check? What is back check?
He's already back there.
Oh, you mean still back there?
Yeah.
Nice work.
People are doing back check because that doesn't trust the goalie. That's not me.
No, you just come in and put the shot away, right?
Exactly.
That's it. Close your eyes and shoot.
So, Joseph, you won the shooting accuracy competition again this year?
I did the shootouts. I'm in the shootouts.
Ah, okay.
I believe I was in the shooting competition. I finished second.
Yep. So
these guys there, we are live, So come enjoy it.
We already started the interview without you, Ellie. Yeah.
We don't need you. We're already doing interview.
Welcome, Ellie. Yeah, we started without you.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Had to get a bit of a photo.
Well, we had to do something while we were waiting for you guys to do the photos, so we started the hard-hitting interview. Steve's already asked what the plans are for next year.
Oh, very nice. All the scoops.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, we might. Steve and I might hand off, so we'll say goodnight and thanks very much for watching our stream. We'll hand you over to Ellie and Northstars Live to take it from here. We'll see you guys next year.
Thanks, Peter. Been a great year.
Thank you, Steve.
We've wrapped up today's game against Adelaide Adrenaline. Huge result, 10-4 win for the North Stars.
Yeah, much better game tonight.
Yeah.
Joey mixed up the lines a fair bit and got a few guys playing different lines, and a few guys got some points that don't normally get points, so it was good. Good encouragement for next weekend. Bit of confidence coming out of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
So, not only a win, but a huge win, like 10-4. That's our first time this season we've gone to double digits.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And it was really interesting to see a couple of the goal scorers. Not interesting, but it was great to see, Matt Watini, Hamish Powell, with a couple of those goals as well. Just
Sammy Banger got a hat trick.
Good old hat trick just to,
I think Zane got probably 2.
Zane got 2, for his last game. So that was really great to see as well. A nice little send-off there. And
there was Adelaide. I don't mean to put them down, but they were struggling. There are a lot of young guys out there, and you could see their senior players were trying to take control and do what they could. But Newcastle certainly brought the game tonight. So.
Definitely. Well, let's run it through a little bit there. So, Newcastle did take the lead early, and they were pretty dominant all game, really. Had the lead. Sebastian Anderson was swapped out in the third period for their backup goalie, Glenn. So, they did struggle a little bit, and maybe, I don't know, what was it about the North Stars? Were they playing better, or do you reckon, or just taking...
North Stars played better. Like, they certainly controlled the game, and like I said, they mixed up the lines a bit more. Like, had Zane Jones out there with Sammy Banger, those two guys worked really well together. I think Zane was assisting every goal that Sammy scored, and likewise with Sammy, with Zane. So, and Haracek, he's a great controller of the puck. Their power play got a goal tonight. It was a pretty clean game, and
definitely. Well, we're going to have a couple of guests on. We'll get the Adelaide guys on first. So we'll have the coach, Joey Rezek, and Nathaniel as well from the Adelaide Adrenaline, just to have a chat with about the game. Yeah. Hi, how's it going? I'm good. Come on and sit down.
Chair's too high for me.
You'll sink down eventually. Yeah. So, welcome to the North Stars Live show. So tonight, obviously not the result you're after, but, what are you taking away from today's game for Adelaide?
Well, actually, we've talked about it all year long, and one of the key things that we felt was important to us was our work ethic.
Yeah.
And, if people that have come and watched us game in, game out, I felt that, our work ethic has been very good and consistent. We've had some hiccups, but for the most part, it's been terrific. The other part that's been really important to us is, no quit attitude.
Yeah.
And, I look tonight, North Stars have a very good team, but, we never stopped working and we didn't quit. And, I look from the timeout that we called with 6 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock, I felt we turned things around and we played with them, and then, we outscored them. So for us, that's a big plus, in terms of finishing the game strong and making sure that, we have I think a very important positive to take away from it.
Yeah, absolutely. So this season, you're in the 8th spot on the ladder. So are you taking away these things like the no quit attitude, the really positive work ethic that you've had all season? Are you taking those away, or are you still quite disappointed where you've ended on the season?
Well, I'd be terribly wrong if a team said that at the start of the season their goal wasn't to get into the championship finals. So that's a goal for every team, and it was a goal of ours. We said that we wanted to at least try and get into the top 4, and if you get into the top 4, strange things have happened before. And the other part is, if people looked at our lineup, we have a very young roster. We've been on a very steep learning curve all year long, and there's a ton of credit that goes out to a lot of the younger guys in terms of how hard they've worked. They've been really keen to learn, and they've been a lot of fun to work with. And we all don't like losing, but there's always something positive that we can take away from every game. And the big thing is, are you becoming a better player? And at the end of the season, how much have you progressed from the start to the end? And that's really going to hold well for the start of next season.
Yeah.
So, we're not only looking at this year, we're looking at next year and 5 years down the road. And, there's some young guys that I know, they want to play for a long time. So it's important that as a staff, we do a good job to help develop them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not just, a bad season, but you're setting up the foundations for future seasons.
Exactly. It's not a one season
yeah.
hooray or whatever you want to call it, but it's long term. So we understood that there was going to be some growing pains, but that goes part and parcel for down the road.
I think in seasons like this where you have had your challenges and your adversity, it's where your culture really does start to come through, like your club culture, and where it builds, where you go in future seasons.
Most definitely. When things come easy, you don't learn a lot. And I've learned from a young guy that the best lessons are the hard lessons, and we've had some hard lessons this year, and I know guys have taken it well, and I think they've learned a lot. So I believe that we are getting better players, and not only next year but for years down the road. So to us that's important, is that they are developing and they're enjoying the game too.
And one of the young guys, we'll just, one of your younger guys tonight kind of shone through, Nathaniel Benson with his first AIHL goal. That was pretty special.
Oh, huge, yeah. And he's worked hard all year, and like the rest of our younger guys, he's had an outstanding attitude, comes to practice every day and works hard and wants to learn and asks a ton of questions, and he's eyes and ears. So I was really pleased when he was able to score tonight, for sure.
And that's definitely what you want out of your younger players, like people who do show up with a positive attitude and really want to learn and listen, and you take on board what you're trying to give them, implement with them.
For sure. You talked about building the culture, and that's a huge part of it. And we all realized right from the get-go that it wasn't going to happen overnight, and we were just going to have to be persistent and stick with it, week in, week out. And I believe that we've done that. I feel we've done that, and credit goes out to all the guys, because they've stuck together as a group and they've really been supportive of each other, and we're showing some good signs.
Yeah, beautiful. Alrighty, well, we might get Nathaniel on now and have a chat with him about his first goal.
Great.
Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks.
That was the head coach for the Adelaide Adrenaline, Jim, and we're going to get Nathaniel Benson on. Nathaniel scored his first AI goal today. Hey, Nathaniel, how's it going?
Good, thanks.
Do you prefer Nathan,
yeah, I
Nathaniel?
go by Nate, yeah.
Nate. I thought it might have been. Well, Nate, you scored your first AIHL goal tonight. How's it feel?
Amazing, yeah. Unfortunate that it came with a loss and in that sense, but it still was good to get off the chest. So,
yeah. A bit of a highlight in an otherwise not so great season.
Yeah. Well, we're looking to the future, and hopefully we can build on it next season and get a lot better. But for now it's unfortunate how it went, but hopefully we can improve.
Well, that's what I was just talking with your coach about. Sort of, it's not great right now, but it's building to the future as well. There's quite a young, you're quite a young squad, and sort of, this is the start for you guys.
Yeah, we have a bunch of young players, and like 6 or 7 rookies. It was kind of crazy. And so and everyone's willing to work hard and get better and keep getting the team better, and hopefully pushing towards a playoff spot sometime in the near future. Yeah.
So tell me about the Adrenaline this year. Tell me about the team. What's it like playing with these guys?
It's a great group of guys. Like, as much as it's been an unfortunate season and we've had a rough patch, but everyone's just happy to be around each other, and we're a good chemistry with everyone, and great bunch of guys. So
that's a good thing. You're really in it together.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone works hard, and it's just as much as we had a bad season, we can improve, and we can stay as a good team. So
yeah. So any key moments for you this season? Like, I'm sure the goal would have been it, but any key sort of moments or highlights for you?
Yeah, well, I think the very start, I had a good couple first 2 games, and I was pretty happy with that, and then it dropped off a bit, but I think halfway through, the fans at our building back home, they're incredible, and we're just so thankful that they're around, because they're amazing fans, just throughout this whole bad season, but
Shout out to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We might get Joey on now and have a chat with him. But congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Well, that was Nate from the Adelaide Adrenaline. He scored his first AIHL goal tonight. And now we're going to get Joey Rezic on and have a bit of a chat with him. Hey, Joey, how's it going?
Not too bad.
That's
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh.
You right there?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're on?
Yeah, old body.
So that was a big game for you guys. Not quite the result you were after, but what positives are you taking out of it?
Well, positives, if you look at the game, it wasn't many positives for me, but overall, if you look at our team, it's massive positive. A lot of young guys playing this season. They are getting a lot of ice time. It's massive development for us, and I said to the boys before already, for us it's like 2-3 years project and start this season, develop the young guys, and hoping in 2-3 years we will be comfortable in the finals and go for the cup.
Yeah, definitely. So that is actually what I was speaking with Jim about, and a little bit with Nate as well, about the fact that you do have a young sort of squad this year, with a couple of rookies, and it's not just this season you're looking at, but the next couple of years, sort of like a build period.
Yeah, I believe every team will go through this. In the league. It's not our turn right now. We have, I think, 6 or 7 rookies this year. A lot of guys which just didn't play much in this league or didn't have that much ice time.
Yeah.
Just doesn't have the experience. And, this year everyone's getting a lot of ice time, getting a lot of experience, and we can be just better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was talking to Nate sort of about the fact that, you have a younger squad this year, and it's really gelling well together. Would that be your assessment?
Yeah. The group of boys it's perfect in the change room. We don't have an issue, at all. And, everyone's having fun. Yeah, we finished last, but, it is what it is for us. And how I'm said, we can be only better.
Yeah. What were some of the challenges for you this season as a team?
Challenges? We have a lot of injuries this year, actually, to be honest, as well. You have a young team, some of the older players, the more experienced get injured. I got injured for 6 weeks. Yeah. That's hurt the team. Yeah. These guys getting injured, the more experienced, that's hurt the team. That was our biggest challenge, I will say. But other than that, nothing else. You just have to, the boys have to learn. We have to learn as a team. We have a new coach this year. Jim, he's perfect. He have a lot of experience. He telling us a new structure and stuff like that. Just we're learning that and go from there.
Yeah, definitely. So what's it like being? Let's talk a little bit more about having Jim with you guys this year. What's it like having a new coach? Has it been completely different from from past coaches, or he's just implementing new ways for you guys to work better?
Oh look, Jim. If you look at his resume, you can't get better coach in Adelaide than him. Hey, he coached everywhere around the world, and he was doing scouting for AIHL in Canada, US, and stuff like that. He know what he's talking about. He know hockey. It's perfect to have him in the change room, on the bench. He give you a lot of feedback, and it's good to learn from him. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, your season is coming into an end. Just 2 more games.
One
more. Sorry. Yeah. So you're going to go into that guns a-blazing?
No, look, we'll see what's happened.
Yeah.
It's our last game. Bears 100% in the finals. We are 100% last. Hopefully we're not coming any injuries on the last game of the season, and hopefully everyone's be having fun and the fans will enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll let you go shower and
Easy.
head back home.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joey.
See ya.
Bye. That was Joey Rezic from the Adelaide Adrenaline, and now we're going to get Ray Sheffield from the Newcastle Northstars coach to have a bit of a chat and run through the game with us. Hey, Ray.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, I just got to dry
going to wipe the hockey sweat off off the seat. That was a huge win for you guys, double digit.
Yeah, it was a great win. It's nice to see something like that happen for us this year.
Absolutely.
I didn't think it was going to.
It seems, after that sort of first couple of goals, the team really had a renewed energy. It just got on a bit of a roll. Would that be right?
Yeah, after last night, I think the boys just wanted a little bit of redemption, and we spoke about that before the game, and As I said, it was nice to see us rack up a few goals, especially against a goalie like that.
Yeah.
He's a good goalie, and a little bit of confidence helps. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, would you say like a win? Obviously, you guys really needed today's win, but the fact that you went 10 goals was a real confidence booster going into next weekend.
Exactly. We're still in the race, I guess, and we need everything we can get.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's good to see tonight.
The standings, they're so tight now. Like there's two locked in already, the Bears and CBR, but there's 4 more teams who could potentially still make the finals. You've been in the league, you've been around the league for quite some time. Do you remember a time where it's been quite like this, where so many people are still in teams are in contention?
Not this many, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a few teams go in on the last day.
Yeah.
It happened to us. I think the finals were in Adelaide that year, so I think it was like 06 or something like that. We made it on the last day. We had a win in Canberra, and we had one of the other teams had to lose in Brisbane.
Oh, okay.
And it all fell into place for us, and we ended up winning the grand final. So it can happen.
Anything can happen in hockey.
That's right.
So yeah, let's have a brief chat about yesterday's game, sort of against the Bears in Sydney. So yeah, that was a great game, obviously, but you guys were really in it until that sort of last period. It was just a bit of a blowout. What happened in that third period, Ray? Still not sure?
I'm still shaking my head. I just walked away from that thinking, what the heck? But you know what? We've done it a few times this year where we just imploded in the third period or imploded in the second period in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the period. And I didn't think it would happen yesterday because I thought, the boys played so well in the first 2 periods.
Yeah. Just one of those games.
You can't explain it. I just can't explain it.
And so obviously you were looking at that game going into today's, obviously didn't want that to happen again. So, yeah, do you have a chat about that before the game or was it really just stick to the game plan?
Yeah, just put it in the back burner was our thought. I think everybody's mindset really today. We needed to get the points and... you can't go thinking about what happened before. So.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Ray. We're going to get Hamish on now and have a bit of a chat with him.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That was Ray Sheffield for the Newcastle Northstars coach. And we're going to get Hamish Powell on now to have a bit of a chat with us about the game and his goal. Hey, Hamish.
G'day. How you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Just pop up. We're on.
I believe last time you were on this show, you were orange.
Yeah, pretty close to, I think. So, no, not my natural colour, that's for sure.
So, yeah, why were you orange last time? Remind me again.
Yeah, a bit of a stitch up. We had a shootout and just at training, and whoever obviously didn't score had to get a spray tan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not a lot of fun. But Dave Ferrari lost the last one, and he's growing a mustache at the moment.
Oh,
so,
okay.
It's all in good spirits. But I think the orange spray tan was a bit worse than growing a mustache. But,
I agree.
Yeah, you don't want to do
it's
the
pretty
combo.
Brutal.
Yeah, you don't want to do the combo with the both.
Who picks the punishment?
Usually the captains, so the boys, whoever. Yeah. Bit of a collective.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about tonight's game. A huge win, 10-4. You even got a goal yourself, and it didn't come off your butt this time.
No.
How does that feel?
No, really good, really good. So, it's been a little while since I've started the goal, but no, it's just really important to get that win, and it was good to come back after last night. Obviously, so strong. We talked as a group about what we needed to do, and I think we played really well, and we just did what we needed to do. It was good.
So let's talk briefly about last night's game against the Bears. You guys were, sort of leading in the first period. It came back to a tie, but it just blew out in that third there. What sort of happened? Ray couldn't put his finger on it either. He wasn't too sure how to explain what had happened. No. Was there, just luck on the Bears side, or a bit of a, lack of defence, or
bit of puck luck, I think.
Yeah.
You can't put down 5 goals to puck luck, but sometimes it's just not your night, especially travelling I think that's probably one of the harder trips. Travelling to Sydney, 3 o'clock. Pretty much everyone's going to leave work early or straight away after a big day, and then straight on the bus, and then straight into the rink, and then straight into a game. So we started all right, which is good, but I don't know whether it was the energy. We just seemed to fade a little bit towards the end. Yeah. But we didn't have much puck luck, but it happens sometimes. Those games just slip away from you. So.
And so a bit of a renewed energy in today's game. You guys you needed the win to stay in contention for finals. Did that play a part in the discussion that you might have had before the game?
Oh, for sure. It's this end of the season. You need points. It's that simple. So we couldn't take anything less than 3 points out of this game, and that was just what we needed to do. So we wouldn't have been happy with anything less than 3 points, and we put ourselves in a bit better situation going to a doubleheader against Perth next week. So we'll just see how we go next week. Hopefully we can take 6 there. Should be good.
Okay, beautiful. And so you got 2 more games in Perth. Are you already looking ahead to those ones, or you start focusing on them in practice?
Yeah. No, get this one out of the way now. Last 2 training sessions. We'll focus on Perth, and hopefully we can get 5-6 points out of it. That'd be nice.
Absolutely. Alrighty, well, we'll leave you to it. Amy should go and have a shower, and we'll chat with you later.
Too easy. Thanks,
Alrighty, see you later. And now we're going to get Alyssa on. We'll talk about a bit of stats. We'll talk about commentary and some stats. Hey, Alyssa, how's it going?
Doing good. Wait, give me a second. I'm significantly shorter than all these players, so I've got to kind of jump to get on the chair.
So you're swiveling now. These chairs are swivelers. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed that.
Made a mistake.
So you're quite prolific on the AIHL's streams. You do not only commentary, but you also do some behind the scenes stuff as well. You do that for us. Mm-hmm. Talk to us about the AIHL commentary.
It's been really good this season. Obviously, last season I did a couple of games with the Northstars, and then during the AIHL off season I was doing the Women's League games. But this season I've kind of had the joy of being a weekly regular on both the Sydney Bears commentary streams and the Ice Dogs, and then obviously doing one game here in commentary, and then when I'm not doing that, behind the scenes. So I'm on track for something like 30 regular season games this season in terms of games I've worked, which is a lot, but I've really enjoyed it. It's been good. I've got to watch so lots of games, but it's been good. It's been nice to see that much hockey and getting to see all of the teams that often. Obviously, usually you only see each team, in person twice a year kind of thing. But there's some of them, pretty much all of them I've seen 6 times now, minimum. I think I had 4 adrenaline games in a row at one point. And I was like, I am so sorry for everyone who's still having to listen to my voice after this. But it's been a really good season. Just from a commentary point of view and getting to see all of it, particularly with how tight it's been, has been excellent.
So from your perspective, and seeing how tight the standings are, you get a really unique view because if you're generally if you're a fan of the league, you kind of have one team. You go and watch, you see them play, 2 times, maybe a couple more if you travel with them. But you kind of come from a viewpoint of seeing the game purely for what it is, what's happening on the ice. You might not have allegiances to the teams you're commentating on. Can you really see, where teams are going right and where teams are going wrong this season to reflect where they are in the standings?
I think it's really helped me to be a little bit more impartial, definitely doing not just colour commentary and in-game analysis, but also being quite in on the statistics side of things and really looking at the numbers. There's a couple of teams, the Bears for one of them, I know back when they were only just holding on to 5th, I was kind of sitting there being like, guys, I think they're better than they actually are, and now they're in 2nd place. So occasionally it works out nicely and the things I'm saying end up coming true and I'm like, I'm smart. And then there's other times where you're like, oh no, everyone please just ignore that take I had. But no, definitely gives you a more a holistic view of the season, and particularly every team's been really close, just from again a numbers perspective. From 2nd place to 6th place, this is the closest season we've had so far in terms of how many teams are around that area. It has meant that teams are scoring, getting less points on the leaderboard than usual because they're being more evenly shared around, which is making for a really exciting end of the season. A slightly stressful one, particularly when you're dealing with kind of 3 teams finals hopes in my case. There's a lot of people being like, I really want this team to win. It's like, okay, but if you guys win, then this happens to this team and this happens to this team, and it's a horrible butterfly effect that's yeah, I scoreboard watch a lot from like June onwards. So.
Oh, beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Alyssa. We're going to get Zane on now and have a chat with him.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. See you later. Well, that was Alyssa from the AIHL. She commentates for a lot of the Sydney games. And now we've got Zane. Hey, Maddie, how's it going?
Pretty good. Yourself?
I'm good.
Good.
We're going to miss you around here. You played your final game with us tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to miss being around here. It's awesome being here.
And off to Sweden on Tuesday?
Yeah, so last year I went to Sollentuna, and this year I'm going to Visby Roma. So I'm excited for a new change of scenery and win some games.
Yeah. So when you went to Sweden last year, after you finished up with us, you came back so much slimmer.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much more of you to waste away. So none of this ridiculous losing weight, please.
Yeah, no, lean and mean for sure.
Lean and mean. Talk to us about your season here with the Northstars. How is it different, the same from last year?
It's kind of the same. We got a lot of the same personnel. Added a couple more players, but for me personally, it's awesome. I think I brought my girlfriend down with me this year, so that's been a really cool challenge. Well, not really a challenge, but it's been different this year than living at the boys' house.
Yeah,
for sure. It's a little cleaner, which is nice. But
it's a small thing.
Yeah. I think last year I got injured. This year I got injured also.
Yes.
But the injury, I think, more or less gives me a time to regroup and get myself more focused in, because me going back-to-back seasons it's definitely
it's a lot.
Yeah, a little hard on your body. So me getting I think the 4 weeks off really helped me, and I think since coming back here, I was more than a goal a game. So which is nice. Yeah.
And you kind of teamed up really well with Sammy Banger tonight. I think you got an assist for every one of his goals sort of thing.
I think he had 3 goals, 4 assists, and I had 2 goals, 5 assists.
Yeah.
So it was one of those nights. No, I really like playing with Sammy. We're roommates also, me, him, and Rob, and the 2 girls, but we like each other. I was injured when he first got it in, and we knew that we wanted to play with each other. Too bad that it's a little late, but nice to get 10 goals for once, for a change.
So this is I think the biggest, it's only double-digit result we've had this season.
100%. We have not blown out a team yet this year. It's been 1 goal games.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's so tight right now. We this whole year we haven't been able to, for lack of a better term, put your foot on opposing team's throat. And we haven't done that until the night, so hopefully it picks up.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a steamroll effect.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
When you have a game like this where, 10-4 result, does it really kind of, just boost the mood in the room? What's it like?
Oh, 100%. It's a lot better than I think we lost 9-3 last night. So being on the flip side of it, it's obviously better. But we definitely knew that's what we had to do before the game. So it was nice for once to follow through on a game plan.
Yeah. So, you're off to Sweden now. What are you thinking for another return next season with the Northstars?
Most likely.
On the cards?
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be great.
I really like this place. I can't say I call this home for 4 or 5 months of the year. Me being dual citizen, with my family just in Newport, just outside of Sydney. It's been awesome. So I definitely call Australia home. So I'm sure you'll see the Zane train around.
Oh, we would. We love seeing the Zane train.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Zane. We'll leave you to it. Thank you so much for joining us, and all the best. And we'll catch you next season, hopefully.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Alrighty,
everything you do.
Oh, thank you. Catch you later.
Thank you. See you.
See ya. Well, that was Zane Jones. He played his final game for the Northstars tonight. He's off to Sweden, and now we have a very special guest coming on. I'm not sure how this interview was going to go. We're going to get Marty Moose on. We're getting the Moose on, Gav. We're getting the Moose on. I don't know how we're going to have this interview. He's a bit dejected that Gavin just jumped on in. No, apparently not. He doesn't want to come. The Moose is sitting down in protest. So we're getting the Moose on. We're getting the Moose on. I think he's having a diva moment. Come on in, Moose. Come on and sit down, Marty. Hi. This one's going to be an interesting... Oh, wow. That's sweet. How are you, Marty? Are you good? You good? Yeah, he's great. Tonight's game was massive, 10-4. Yes. How was that crowd? Was it pumped up? Yeah, definitely. Oh, this is fantastic. Non-audible cues. Was the crowd really loud out there tonight? blew your mind. Yeah. That's beautiful. What about this season? Have the crowd been really great for you? Lots of hugs? Lots of hugs from kids? Yeah. I haven't seen you on your skateboard recently. Did you break it? We're going to be quiet. Marty has a skateboard. I think he hasn't had it out in a while, so I think he must have busted it, but he doesn't want to say anything. Marty, you've been with us a couple of years now. Are you enjoying Newcastle? Have you been out surfing yet? Cowabunga. That's great. Alrighty, Marty. Well, we might let you go get changed and wash this jersey ready for next week. See you later, Marty. That was Marty Moose from the Newcastle Northstars, number 00. And now we'll get Gav back.
Let's wrap it up, eh?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. So, yeah, we had a couple of really great chats with the Adrenaline, with their coach, Jim and Nathaniel, rookie, first goal tonight, and with Joey. You know, they are disappointed where they are on the season, but for them, this is a rebuild period for them. Looking forward to the next couple of years.
They've got to take some positives out of that. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And, Jim was saying, the coach, you know, it's a really positive thing that you can end on the season but still have, you know, really strong club culture and, you know, really great team that aren't rolling over. They are putting, you know, their efforts still into it. So
absolutely. Well, you've got to. You're not going to get down on each other and do all that sort of thing because you've got to rebuild for next year, and your core group of guys have got to do that. So they got their heads in the right place. So
absolutely. Well, 2 more games for the Newcastle Northstars. A doubleheader in Perth next weekend wraps it up for the regular season, but then it's finals time in Melbourne, September 1 and 2. Canberra Brave, Sydney Bears locked in. There's 2 more spots, and I think it's going to come down to the last game.
Well, did you hear Melbourne have beat Thunder today?
Yes.
So,
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's great. It's insane. See, look, we were talking about this before. You know, there's teams that you think you'd beat, you don't, but then it flips around as well. So
that's going to be very interesting last week of the season series. So see what happens.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Alrighty, well, we'll leave you to it, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into today's North Stars Live.
And for the whole year. Well done to the whole crew, to Michael and all the crew. And, you know, the whole, everybody that's done everything. All the girls that have done the interviews and yourself. You know, it's been fantastic. I think you guys have done a fantastic job all year. And
you've done a great job too, Gav.
Well, you know, we try.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. And I'm Ellie.
I'm Gavin.
And we'll see you next year.
See you next year.